Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Where last we left off a couple of weeks ago, you guys, after having received some information regarding this magical stone of galore from Fenris Stormcastle, the thief who had taken and hidden it, you made your way over to an old tower in the dock ward. You found upon entering the tower that it had an anti-magic field placed around it, preventing you from casting any spells while inside. Upon making your way to the top, you found what you presumed to be a stone of galore being passed around by three dark elves. After combat ensued, a couple of the dark elves tried to flee with the stone. However, thanks to some terrible rolls by your dungeon master and some clever use of the Mold Earth cantrip, they couldn't go anywhere. You managed to slay them where they stood and take the stone for yourselves. Over the course of the night, uh, Julie had become attuned to the stone, giving him certain properties, as well as telling him where the treasure, the embezzled gold, was hidden. You learned that the embezzled gold was hidden in a complex hidden underneath of an old windmill just outside the city walls, and that there were magical keys necessary to get in. The three keys necessary were a drow's hand, severed hand, a bugbear's ear, and the eye stalk of a beholder. You determined that the eye stalk from the mechanical beholder that you had confiscated for yourselves earlier would suffice as part of the key required. Julie had already acquired for himself a severed drow hand after you defeated the drow and claimed the stone for yourselves. All that was left was the ear of a bugbear, which you had not yet encountered. Upon making your way on your way to the yachting portal, Drowloff, you inquired about a token that Julie had claimed for himself that was given to him by it was given to him by Yagra Stonefist, a totem that you recognized as belonging to your father. Julie shared with you that while he was a member of an orcish tribe, that he led a group of individuals as part of a raid against a barbarian tribe in order to claim supplies for their tribe for the winter. Based on the description, you recognize this as being your tribe that was the one that was attacked and eventually wiped out. However, it seems those of you who do not have especially high wisdom did not pick up on this. You only noticed that it seemed Raloff began to get a little bit madder. I would say Rotund would probably be the one person who took note that connected the dots, if you will. The rest of you are kind of oblivious to this because you don't know everybody's backstory. Up, I guess you discussed that on making your way to the tower. Now that I think about it, anyway. You made your way over to the yawning portal where you found Mert and asked him if he knew anything about where to find a couple of bugbears. He shared with you that the best place to find any bugbears in spitting distance would probably be those employed by the Xanathar Guild. And he shared with you that if you're going after members of the Xanathar Guild, that he had an opportunity for you. A couple of the major, excuse me, major factions within the city have concerns about a mind flayer that is employed by the Xanathar Guild, one such mind flayer that you ran into very, very early at the start of the campaign. He has offered to pay you 500 gold as well as access to a few magic items if you were to find and slay this mind flayer, and bring proof of the deed. Mert showed you a secret entrance leading into Xanathar's lair through the sewers. Before you left, Julie, you were told that an ancient enemy of yours, Thordrock, had also made his way sneaking into the city and is attempting to find himself in the good graces of the Xanathar Guild. And you were told that you would be able to find him down here somewhere. After sneaking your way through the sewers, you eventually come, as soon as I can find my notes on this, you eventually come to a hidden spiral staircase which is accessible from the sewers themselves and hidden behind a secret door. You circle your way down these stairways across, and as you circle down, the walls of this staircase are carved with opened eyes. These eyes are glowing with a faint magical light. And the entire time as you descend down into what you believe to be the Xanathar's lair, you feel as if you are being watched. Before he leaves, before you descend the staircase, Mert will warn you that the Xanathar does not relate well to humanoids. In fact, he doesn't trust them as a matter of course, and is prone to imagining conspiracies where none exists. He will also tell you that the Xanathar has a pet fish and is insanely protective of it. Leaving you with those two bits of warning, Mert will make his way back up into the city while you descend down.
Point of order, Sergeant at Arms. You said he said that Xanathar Guild has a problem with humanoids.
The Xanathar himself has a problem, does not trust humanoids as a matter of course, and is
Aren't they
prone to
mostly
imagining.
humanoids, though?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to validate that kind of turn of thought. Okay, thank you.
Yep. You are correct in that assumption.
And would it be possible to retcon that we wrote down what the stone told Julie about where the treasure is?
Yes.
All right.
As you descend down this dimly lit staircase, these glowing eyes all across the area, it descends for hundreds of feet before it eventually ends near a circular stone door. What do you do?
Which way is the stone door?
Over
on what I
to
can see?
your
Okay.
west.
Okay. Just trying to get and understand what this map looks like.
Sure.
I'll check the stone door to see if it's locked, but I will not try to open it yet.
And we're all level 5 now, correct?
Yes.
That's new as of today, I believe.
Yeah, we had everybody leveled up, I think, at the end of the last session, so
Okay.
you are just now hitting level 5 and all that jazz. You check the stone door. I won't have you make any sort of roll. You don't see. It doesn't seem that the stone door is locked or trapped in any way. You just feel like you're being watched by these dimly lit eyes around this central staircase.
Gotcha. And then I'll look toward our dwarf friends saying, this is kind of more your area. We're down in dark caves with dark doors with creepy things looking at us. So why don't y'all take the lead and show us around?
Guess that was referred to me, so I will open the door.
You
Where
will
the
open
hell
the
is the
door.
door?
I'll open it for you.
Goddamn durs.
Yeah, I can see no damn door.
So, opening the door, you enter into a hallway that is carved from north to south with eyes of various shapes and sizes. Many of these orbs have stone eyelids that open and close at irregular levels.
Yeah, that's
Do
not
any,
creepy.
do any of you have, what is everybody's passive perception?
-5.
10.
13.
13.
I'm 9.
Okay.
And what were we looking at?
Passive perception. Yours is at the bottom left, you have a 9. Just curious. Please continue.
Why do I got a feeling that's going to come back to bite? All right, I guess I'm going to walk into the room.
Okay.
We don't have like a sneaky, thiefy type this go around, do we?
No.
All right.
Not really.
Julie will back you up coming out.
Say,
Okay.
I'll walk out with you.
Okay.
Is this a door to the north, or is this just part of the wall?
Does appear to be a door to the north, and there's a set of double doors to the south. The eyes along the wall, or the stone eyes along the wall, are just blinking.
Are
Ju-
the eyes fixating on any one person, or are they just blinking?
It doesn't appear to be.
So they're not really taking notice to any movement or anything like that. Okay.
As far as you can tell, just at a passing glance, no. You can make a perception check to be absolutely certain of it.
I would like to
Yeah,
check
well-
for traps.
Okay, go for it. Perception check.
Did that
All
not
Wow,
roll?
laggy McLagerson
Oh,
tonight.
wow.
Yeah, that's a really slow lag there.
Jesus.
Just when you move your character tokens, it tends to lag for a split second, so just be careful. Anyway, Rotund, you're looking around trying to sense for traps or anything. You don't see any traps. Treverin, as you're looking around, there are a couple of things you notice. Firstly, one of the eyes in front of the double door, down here, there
Okay.
is a ghostly sort of eye stalk that is protruding from the ceiling directly in front of it, and that is watching you. The second thing you notice is nearby, almost next to Julie, in fact, there is what appears to be a wall carving shaped like an eye that looks like you might be able to push it in.
So I got an eye stalk. Kind of reminded me of Return of the Jedi staring at us from the double doors.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a eye style depression or button next to
It looks
Julie.
it looks that way.
Well, I'm not the investigative type, so I will say, is anyone who is comfortable with investigating, carvings, might go
Julie-
take a look over at that eye button.
Julie
point at
turns
it.
and looks at it and presses it.
Okay. As you press it and push in, the wall swings out and open. It swings in, I should say, and opens.
And I'll say,
Revealing a
Julie,
secret
that's
door
not
beyond.
investigating.
But it worked.
This time,
Ah,
now that he managed to open that door, does the eye stalk south do anything differently?
It's just keeping an eye on you.
Is it fixated on any one of us in particular? Like, since Julie pushed the button, did it?
It looks like it's just kind of fixating on the group as a whole.
Okay. All right. I will comment to the group that there is something down there that looks like it might be following us, or at least keeping an eye on us, but doesn't look threatening as of this moment.
That's never good.
Well, feel free to go chop it if you like. I mean, I'm just.
Hey, Kelly, I'm thinking maybe the other way for Advanced Fog of War might be better.
Okay, hang on.
Because every time I step somewhere, it's like 5 seconds of nothingness.
Whoa.
Hang on. I'm going to just reveal it the old-fashioned way.
While you're getting that kind of reset, Kelly, what eye level would you want an off tank to come on Sunday? 410, 415, somewhere in there?
Preferably at least more than 4 or 5.
4 or 5 or higher? Okay.
Yeah. Let's just try this with dynamic lighting on. And no fog of war. Let's see what happens. Are you able to see? What are you able to see? Okay, move okay.
This works great.
Okay. The trick of it is it won't reveal the map as you move along. That's all.
Gotcha.
So, if you need something refreshed, just say so, and we'll do it that way.
Is it me? But it looks like it's revealing the map as we move along.
Is it? I mean,
Yeah, it is. It is for me.
Yeah, it is for me too.
Now I can see what he's revealing, though.
Well, I mean, but
Yeah.
once you don't, from where you are, you can't see the staircase you entered in from, do you?
Well, I was here, and I can kind of just catch the corner of it.
Yeah, but if you move into the hallway, it disappears, right?
Yeah,
my reveal is based off of my human eyesight. I'm assuming it's so much shorter than everyone else's, but I do see what my non-human friends see when they reveal that part of the map with the dynamic lighting.
Yeah,
Even though
that I have
even though I can't technically see it, it's revealed via the player.
Honestly, Kelly, don't even keep them revealed. This is awesome.
I see an orc or something in front of me.
That is not an orc. That is a gnome. In fact, as you make your way across the hallway there, Draloff, you see a gnome that has dark skin, almost stone-like, and he is dancing up and down the hallway and is dressed like a gnome, or excuse me, dressed like a clown. The other thing you see up and down this hallway, it is magically lit with different sconces along the wall, and dotting across the entire length of the hallway are very lifelike humanoid statues.
I got a feeling some statues are gonna come to life.
We might want to group up.
Yeah, I'm not moving to y'all. Get over here.
Question.
And the gnome dances around.
Question. The lifelike statues.
Uh-huh.
You said they're lifelike humanoid, like different types of humanoids?
As you're looking, you see about a dozen statues up and down the hallway. It's kind of hard to tell but from your position, but for the most part, it appears to be 4 humans, 3 goblins, 2 dark elves, a dwarf, a halfling, and a tiefling.
Okay. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like they were sculpted, or does it look like maybe at one point they were turned to stone, like with their hands up above their face or anything like that?
Make an insight check to the statue.
Okay.
Either they have been turned. Either these are lifelike. These are people that were turned to stone, or it's a sculptor with a really bad sense of humor.
Okay, and just as a quick question, this gnome is dancing up the hallway?
Yep,
In
and
a
is dressed
clown
like a clown. Yep.
And dressed like a clown?
Yep. And he runs up right next to Draloff and he says, "Hello, hello. My name is Flutterfoot. What's yours?"
Did you say Flutterfoot?
I dance and sing and make others laugh.
Oh,
and he kind of
Jesus,
just
it's a
dances
bar.
around you. It's a clown.
Kelly, do I see any traps down this hallway? Or can I detect any traps down this hallway?
Make a perception check.
Ah!
Nope.
You don't even see a floor.
You're fairly confident that there's nothing wrong here.
Alright. That kind of ruins what I was going to do. I was going to... Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna start strolling forward. I'm kind of curious.
Okay. The clown kind of dances around and says, "I can help you around if you solve my riddle."
What's your riddle?
I come with a smile, in slaughter I rest. I can be contagious, but my medicine's best. What am I?
One more time for me?
I come with a smile, in slaughter I rest. I can be contagious, but my medicine's best.
Is it laughter?
Yes!
So how can you help us then?
I know my ways up and down, all the way around. Can tell you where to go, and don't give a frown.
I'm gonna look back at the rest of the group and just shrug. Like I don't know what we should do.
Punch the clown.
Make an attack roll.
Please don't punch the clown. We need him. He might be able to help us. I'm gonna look back there and be like, so like, if we're looking for a specific thing, he might be able to get us there quicker. We have to like scrounge around this place. Anyone's opinion, really. Don't all speak at once.
I gave you my opinion.
I'm still staring at horror in the face of a clown.
And the clown is just kind of dancing around all these statues that are just kind of frozen in horror.
We could ask him about the bugbear and about the problem that we need to solve down here as well.
You guys see Julie getting visibly annoyed.
Let's just. How about we just get his help so we can get out of here?
He's starting to get that. He's starting to get that look he gets before he commits a violent act.
Your hands on the hilt of your sword.
I look at the clown, tell him to go bug the elf.
One of his eyes starts to twitch.
He begins to twirl around, doing a quick flourish and dance and jig around Julie as the eye twitches, and he says, "Help I can, help I can. What you need, my friendly
I'll ask
man?"
him, what kind of help can you provide other than dancing around us and knowing where to go?
Show the way, this and there.
Julie comes over to you guys.
I can take you anywhere.
Julie comes over and says, "Please let me kill him."
No, not yet. We don't know. We might need him. We don't know if this place is trap ridden.
It won't let me punch him.
He says, "Show your way, this and there. I can lead you anywhere."
We don't know if we need him yet or not, so we might as well see if we need him first.
Lead us to the bugbears.
In the arena, the bugbears they lay, while the contestants go and slay.
At that, Julie goes, "Yes," and he goes over to him and he grabs him by the shoulder. He says, "The arena. Take me there now."
Make an intimidation check. Of course, he said, the riddle after all. Down this way, around the doubles, round the bend, over up the arena is. And he begins making his way off out the secret exit you guys just came from.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll come back.
And then begins to make his way south to the double doors.
Is that eye stalk still there?
Yeah. The eye stalk is still there, and he just kind of casually gives a doopy smile and waves at it as he opens the double doors to the south.
I'll go through first.
Okay. Entering into this area, you enter into a curved hallway. It appears to be some sort of promenade. There are pillars across the colonnade here that follow the curvature of the hall, and there are eyes carved onto the pillars, and they are all keeping an eye on you as you move through the room.
I don't much care for that.
And the gnome will kind of trapeze and dance in front of you, and then point to this door right here. Say, inside the arena is.
Julie, you go first.
Julie will say to him, "Open it."
He opens the door, and you hear cheering, though faint, on the other side.
Julie starts going down.
I'm right behind Julie.
Julie looks like he's on a mission. As soon as he heard the word arena, you saw something click in Julie, and now he's like on a mission.
I point to our new friend and say, "After you."
Okay. And he kind of trepidatiously steps forward. The cheering in the arena gets louder and louder. Julie, as you make your way up to the front, let me turn on some show lights here so I can get everybody to see. I had that turned on initially, but let me do this.
You know, I don't know why, but the big orc guy on the bottom right-hand corner, every time I see that token, for some reason it looks deformed to me. Like there's this, like I keep thinking it's like a skinny body and this huge head, like something out of like a fucking bad nightmare.
Someone putting the wrong cheat code.
And then like a couple minutes later, I see that okay, that's a vest he's wearing. Like, but the initial thought process for me is that thing is hideous.
Baby arm. Looks like he's waving a baby arm.
Julie, are you able to see inside the arena pretty well, or are you just limited to a?
Yeah, I
kind
see
of
the
a
whole arena, including this area back here.
Okay, good. So, as you enter into the arena itself, Julie, you see hanging around this central sort of area, there's a handful of humanoids, including a couple of humans, some goblins, as well as a couple of bugbears. And inside the arena, as you peer from this top of the center ring, you see there's a half ogre, and a minotaur. And the Minotaur is going after what appears to be a halfling down in the arena. And the halfling has a dagger and is looking kind of scared and shimmied. And the Minotaur just charges at it. And she kind of looks up in your direction and she goes, a little help, a little help, a little. Ah! And she gets a little too loud there, sorry. And she gets I got into it. And she gets gored and pushed and thrown against the edge of the wall and just gets stuck there with blood kind of peering down her. And the crowd around you begins to throw their arms up and cheer. And Julie, you see sitting next to the half ogre, the familiar individual that is Thordrock. Behind him, there are two dwarves, one dressed kind of like a scholarly gentleman, although the robes are a little bit dirty and look like they're made of some sort of leather. And next to him, opposite of him on that sort of raised dais, there's another dwarf that has one arm that has been completely replaced with a crossbow that is already loaded. He's just kind of standing there watching everything, and the crowd is going wild as this goes on. And you hear this dwarf say, "And there, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first contestants qualified. Excuse me, our third contestant qualified for the fight to win the Xanathar prize. Is there a fourth in the audience that I spy walking in?" And everybody kind of turns to look in your direction. And Julie, yours and Throdrock's eyes meet, and you see this burning hatred kind of grow within him.
How far down to the arena floor?
About 10 feet.
I'm going to jump over the railing and land down.
Okay.
And can I respond to the dwarf?
Before you respond, I'd like to turn around and be like, where the fuck is he going?
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking like that and go, what the fuck is going on?
You see Julie is laser focused on this guy.
I'm going to look back at Treveron.
I don't think you've seen Julie angry. You've seen him enraged. I don't think you've ever seen him quite as hot as he is right now.
Like hot and bothered?
Yeah, because that Minotaur is looking good. No, I mean, so the guy who asked is, do we have another contestant? Is this guy here with the crossbow arm?
No, it is this guy here with the leather robes.
All right. Kelly, since this is kind of an arena fight, I would assume that this corpse at some point is being removed from the arena floor.
Yeah, there's a couple of goblins that kind of shuffle and get rid of it.
Yeah, I would like to follow where they take that body.
They take that body. They're actually going to take it underneath the arena. There's a tunnel that kind of goes underneath of it, and you don't know where that goes. Kind of like Roman Colosseum. It heads probably somewhere to the pits, sort of thing.
Okay.
Do we follow him?
Julie you jump down. You see Throdrock kind of wrap his arms quite quickly around the handle, and Amerigo, excuse me, the dwarf back here, who I've just given his name away, but whatever, says, "Oh, an eager one at this. What is your name, son?"
Julie starts walking forward. He goes, "My name is Julie." Hold on 1 second. I gotta get this. Where's my bio?
Of the Forgotten Clan.
It's there you go.
Ow.
Why are you shuffling away there, Treveron?
Well, I want to come back down and ask our little friend who knows this place inside out about where that tunnel goes and if there's another entrance to that tunnel.
He says,
"All right, Julie."
He tells you real quick, no, and that's where they keep both the contestants and the trials.
All right, so Julie's walking forward. Says, "I am Julie of the Scorched Eye tribe, and I'm just passing through." And he raises his hand and points at Thodrock and goes, "But I will take a piece of him."
You hear Thodrock respond in Orcish. Try it, exile, and you'll lose your head. And the dwarf up here says, we welcome all sorts of blood sport in this tournament, but I'm afraid you've been needing a few mates to be helping you out here. You have a qualifier to do. Isn't that right, lads? And all across the arena, people begin to kind of clap and cheer.
Julie says, "What's the matter, Thodrock? Hiding behind your dwarf friend?" He yells at him in Orc. He goes, "Just like that coward you always were." He pulls out the fetish and throws it at Thodrock's feet. He goes, "I know how you failed in your leadership of the tribe." He goes, "You and me, 1-on-1, and this time no tricks."
Thodrock, burning at the insinuation.
Unless you are the coward I know you to be.
He grabs his axe, and you can see he's burning with fury. He actually begins to charge at you right before you hear a thunk, and a crossbow bolt just goes shunk right between the two of you. And he says, "No." And the dwarf to the south has his crossbow arm stretched out in your direction, begins to reload it, and says, "No unsanctioned fights. You want at him? You go through the trials like everyone else."
As soon as
Julie smiles and looks at Thodrock and just shakes his head and goes, "Always hiding." He goes, "I'll find you eventually." And he turns back to the dwarf and goes, "Bring me your trial."
And who are going to be your teammates for this competition?
I'm jumping down into the arena.
Say, I'll jump down.
Hey, Killy, is there any I know the attention here is basically the audience is looking at this whole group right here, basically the center of the arena.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to push this dwarf off the side to land in the arena, would he be one of the fucking participants?
So, firstly, despite the look of the character token, it's actually a human.
Oh.
And secondly, probably not. No, he's a member of the Xanathar Guild, and you would get looks for pushing him in there.
Okay.
I will say, you know what? I think to prove my compadre's ability to fight in this tournament, that we ought to take a teammate on that's from your Xanathar Guild, and I'll say one of these bugbears will do if you so please let him join the fray.
The dwarf to the north, as you shout this, says, "Oh, there's a team of bugbears ready to take you on, but I need at least 3 of you ready to compete against the trial before you get entered as contestants into the actual tournament."
Well, you've got 3 of us, and I'm offering saying we bring a bugbear as a 4th.
No, he said at least 3. Hint.
Hint. There's already 3 of y'all there. Hint.
He says, "If you wish to compete for the qualifier, you can. But I'm afraid once we get into the actual tournament, it's only teams of 3.
Oh. Okay.
Well, we're already in here. Let's fucking do this.
That's the spirit, right, lads? And the tournament and the folk crowd begins to go pretty wild. There's a couple of beers that are being thrown that smell like piss.
And I'll look at this bugbear that's really close to me, and I'll say, it doesn't look like your leaders really have much faith in you be competing in this tournament.
He looks at you and says, "We got our best already in tournament."
So you're saying you're not the best? You are admitting that you could not be the best bugbear in this place?
Not compared to Thorg.
I don't know. I think you're underestimating yourself. I think you ought to go out there and prove yourself to everyone else that you're better than Thorg.
Make a persuasion check. Gonna be high DC.
Nat 20.
Good, but not enough.
Awesome.
He says, "More fun to watch."
So, all right. Well, I'm disappointed. I wanted to see you compete. I think you had real potential.
A couple of you watch as both the half ogre and the minotaur, along with Throdrock, kind of walk by. Throdrock kind of gives you a stink eye, Julie, as he walks by, and gives you the "I'm gonna kick the ass out of you, shit out of you" sort of look, as they are escorted underneath the arena into what you presume to be a holding cell.
I'll elbow Julie and be like, "You looking to get him dead?"
You know, if you could roll the 20 Corral.
Pantry
would it-
muted on Discord.
Oh, what?
Said Pantry muted in Discord if you're trying to say something back to Malik.
Ah, yes, there is. No, Julie just snarls at him like the shit-eating grin, like I'm so gonna fucking eat your liver. It's not even funny.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
All right. As they are escorted out, you guys take the center of the stage, and the crowd begins to stamp their feet. And backing up the staircase, the dwarf will cry out, "All right, lads, get ready for the trial of the three... what do we call you?"
Shit, we still haven't got a name.
No, what was the name of our tavern?
Troll Skull Manor.
The Troll Skulls. We're the Troll Skulls.
I prefer the Three Stooges.
Get ready to see the Troll Skulls fight. Try bitey. Ha! 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 The crowd begins to chant. And you watch as the arena door opens. And
I'll offer this bugbear a lozenge for his coughing or hacking he's doing.
all right, he graciously accepts it, I guess. Exiting out of the arena, you hear 3 simultaneous growls as crawling out into the arena floor with what appear to be a couple of collars against each of its 3 heads is an amalgamation consisting of dragon, lion, and goat. I need Chimera. I need you to roll initiative.
I scream, yes!
We know each other from work.
That's exactly what I was going for. Thank you.
And Draloff, I need you to roll initiative as well.
I did, but I didn't have my fucking thing. So
Oh, Jen. Okay.
You got a 14.
Oh, I didn't. 14. Okay. With that lucky 14, Draloff, you go first.
Killy, can I just roll initiative
Yes.
just in case something should come up?
Sure.
Also,
Okay.
Dral's on there twice. He has a 0 as well.
I'll get rid of it. Okay. All right. Draloff, what do you do?
how many how many feet per square here?
5 feet per square.
I need 35. Okay. Move to here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Time to get angry.
yeah, that's why I'm fixing to find my rage thing.
I'll ask
Okay,
the
it's on.
bugbear, is there gambling allowed while this is going on?
Actually, you hear folks shouting above one another, 10 gold on the Chimera, 5 gold on the party. On the Troll Skulls.
I think my initiative is on. Yes, okay. So 15.
Okay. So I'm going to count that as 2 attacks because you have multi-attack. So I'm going to count your first roll as a 15 and your second roll as a 26. And I will
Okay.
tell you that both of those attacks will hit.
Cool.
You charge into this 3-headed creature, raging, and attack it twice with your battle axe, both attacks connecting.
So I need to roll damage twice or once?
Yes,
Twice.
That was the first hit. There's your second. All right. You get 2 nasty hits into the side of this creature. You'll watch as red top blood begins to kind of spill out of it. It kind of roars back and slams down, looks at you angrily. Kent, were you going to say something?
Yeah. When I get to my turn, I want to find somebody taking bets. I like
Okay.
I like the way that Treverin thinks.
All right, we'll do that when it comes to your turn. Next is the Chimera. Looking back at you, Draloff, all 3 of its attack heads are going to move to attack. The first head, the dragon head, is actually going to breathe fire in a 15-foot cone.
I don't much like that.
As soon as I find my
within the 15
cones.
foot.
Hang on. I know I added those cones in here somewhere. Area effect templates, they're there. Red cone, 15 feet. It's going to be short enough that it only hits Draloff. All right, so Draloff, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Just roll dex.
Yep, dex save.
That save. God damn.
Top left corner of your character sheet.
Hey.
There you go. Good enough. All right, now you're a totem warrior, right? So
Yeah.
you have resistance while you're raging against all damage except psychic.
Yep.
Totem of the bear. All right, so you'll take half damage, and then half of that. So 78. All right, so 39 reduced to half is going to be rounded down 18, and then reduced that by half to 9 points of fire damage.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, this will be over quick.
I'm trying to remember if we ever fought a Chimera in the other campaign.
Once, maybe. I don't think so. Actually, I think it was
we did.
Manticore.
I think we made
did.
quick work of
I
them, though, right?
nope. I charmed it. Remember?
That's
No,
right, I
I
remember now.
don't.
All right. So 9 points of fire damage, and then it's going to... The lion's head is going to attempt to bite you. And that'll hit. That's 11 reduced by half to 5 points of piercing damage. And finally, the goat's head will attack you with its horns. And 18 probably beats your armor class. That's going to be 10 reduced to 5.
Damn.
Next is Julie.
Julie's going to try to attack it from a different direction to give the different heads different things to think about.
Okay.
And he's
I
going
don't
to
use
attack.
flanking, but go for it.
No, I'm not asking for that. I'm just
Yeah, I know.
I don't want it to be able to concentrate its heads on one person without.
Sure.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I guess.
You only went after Draloff because it cut into it twice. All right.
First attack.
First attack, I'm afraid, is going to miss. You charge in. I'm afraid that one misses too. You you get close enough to the wall. You try to go after its tail in order to try to distract it, but unfortunately, the tail waves around too much, and you're not able to make it connect.
All right, I'm going to action surge and take 2 more.
Go for it. All right, that will hit.
All right, so just click the damage button twice, I guess.
No, it should automatically do the critical damage. Just click the greatsword where the greatsword text where you crit.
Oh, because I have the macro with the. All right, so as long as we see the dice and we can re-roll the 1s and the 2s.
Yep, the macro you have should do that automatically, if I recall correctly.
So I got to re-roll that too.
Okay.
So it's
Just roll a d6.
It's actually it's really a 20 right now. 13 plus 7 is 20.
So
15.
okay, yeah, there you go. So 6,
That's
5,
25.
5, and 5. So it's 21 plus the 4
27
strengths
was the
is 20.
damage. Yeah, 27 was the damage for the hit, and then what is it? Did it automatically double it?
No, 27 was
Or whatever?
the attack roll. The automatic roll for the crit had you doing a total of 15 plus 7, which is 22. We were rerolling that 2. That 2 became a 5. So
25.
25 points of damage.
Okay. All right, and then I get my other attack.
Okay. You cut off a portion of the Chimera's tail. You very much have its attention now. It swings around to face you, and as you try to get off another portion of its tail, it misses, and you now have the Chimera's attention.
Ah, okay.
All right. Treverin, you're up.
One hit.
Yep.
Ugh.
Treverin, you're up in the crowd. What do you do?
Not talking, Crow.
I'm gonna go here and try to find someone taking bets and put 5 gold on my buddies down there to kill the Chimera. And
Okay.
then I'm going to lean over this bugbear and say, hey, that other bugbear thinks you could have taken this chimera. What do you think of that? Yeah. I'm trying to incite some animosity between these bugbears.
Okay. Go ahead and make a deception check. Hang on. All right. He looks at you and he says, "Wait, who did?"
The other bugbear, he says that he's stronger than Trug, and he thinks that you two could have jumped in there and killed that chimera yourselves, and that y'all are actually a better team.
What? I talked to him, and he kind of walks over. He begins talking. They're not arguing. He's talking a little bit, and they look kind of confused when they start talking to one another.
Yep, that's my turn. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay, you're up.
I am forming my weapon into a great sword and charging the chimera from the side.
As you watch, as the weapon transforms in your hand, you hear a "oh" kind of from the crowd.
And I'm gonna give him a good old curse.
Okay, the chimera is cursed.
And here goes nothing.
All right, the 10 does not hit. The 19 does.
Okay, there's that. Oh, it's actually a crit. Because I forgot to change my thing because of
Yes, you're right. So go ahead and just roll that damage. Go ahead and roll an additional 2d6.
I just click it
Well-
again. I lied. So -5, so it's actually 9.
So the 2, it's 4 and a 1 is 5 to the 12 is 17 points of damage total.
And then, because I hit him, I'm gonna burn a spell slot and use Eldritch Smite to hit him for an additional 3d8 because I'm using a 3rd level spell slot.
All right.
And if he's a huge or large creature, which I think he is, right?
He is large.
Or what is it? Huge or smaller? I forget what the rate is.
You can knock the target prone if it is huge or smaller, and so you can knock him prone. All right. You take the great sword. You come around to the creature's side. Its back now turned to you because it is facing Julie, and taking almost kind of a jumping dive, you take the sword and kind of pale it right into its backside, and you watch as the eldritch energy, dark energy of your patron begins to kind of dance around it, and it roars up in frustration. There's almost a quick gout of flame that shoots up at the ceiling, which the folks in the arena kind of bend backwards in order to dodge, and the chimera is looking around very, very angry between the three of you at this point.
Oh, he also takes an additional
11.
3 points of damage.
Oh, an additional 3?
From Hexblade's Curse. I forgot to apply it.
Okay.
Equal to proficiency modifier, which is just 3.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Rotund, you're up next.
Also looking for someone that would be accepting bets.
Okay. At this point in the round, there's one last person taking kind of a last call for bets.
Oh. 10 on the Chimera.
All right. They will take your 10 gold on the Chimera.
Okay. Subtract that.
Okay.
Okay.
We begin to the top of the round with Drelov.
All right, let me make sure this advantage is turned off this time. Yeah, there we go. First one hits.
Yes.
So
All
it
right.
takes 9.
9. Yep.
I gotta roll again, right?
That was for your first attack. As a 5th level barbarian, you get 2 attacks. So.
Doesn't he get advantage because it's prone?
Yes.
He does.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage for the 25. I forgot it was prone. All right, so we'll do the 16 points of damage there. It's looking really, really bad off. Go ahead and roll 2d20s for me, just to see if you crit. All
Did you
right.
say roll
do that.
2 of them?
Yep, now roll one more, just see if you get a natural 20. All right, now. All right. You get 2 hard hits into this creature. It's looking like it's about to keel over.
Oh, that's my turn.
Okay. We're going to begin the turn then with the Chimera. At the beginning of its turn, it's going to see if it gets its Dragon Breath back. It does not. So, because Julie critted, it is going to attack you 3 times, starting with a slash with its claws from the dragon side. And that'll certainly hit you. 8 reduced to 5, because you're heavy weapon armor master. Then followed through with a bite from the lion's head, which will hit for 9 reduced to 6. And finally, an attack from the horns of the goat head. Oops, we'll count the 16. 16 hit your armor class?
No.
Okay. So the lion's head and the dragon's head sides come in. The goat's head tries to connect to you, but it's got the other heads kind of fighting against it. They're all focused and angry on you. The goat's head isn't quite able to connect. You can watch his blood is kind of pouring out of, especially from the back side where it's been so badly damaged. Julie, you're face to face with this creature. What do you do?
All right. As he spins away from the goat's head, allowing it to miss, he uses his spin to. He turns his spin into a slice with his greatsword. He's just going to attack it again.
All right. Yes, you literally tore his ass up. 22 does connect. As does 25. All right, 13 damage from the first hit. And 12 damage from the second hit. How do you want to do this?
As he comes around out of his spin, he extends his sword and turns it into a slice that takes the goat head that missed right off. And then he goes all the way across and then up and over and cuts the dragon head in half.
Okay.
And he just stares into the eyes of the lion's head as the lights go out.
The lion's head looks furiously at you, and it begins to kind of shift around and nip at you. And as it gets you kind of almost pinned against the wall, you get the sword right up to its eye, and just before the jaws connect, it loses too much blood and it just collapses. Rushing out from the nearby tunnel, you watch as a hobgoblin or something kind of comes out, kind of all Star Wars style, like when the thing fell in Return of the Jedi, like, my baby, no! And tired?
Julie takes his sword and lops off. He takes the goat head by one of the horns, and he swings it around and then throws it up in the stands.
The crowd goes wild, and crying hobgoblin. Okay, the crowd goes wild. We said, and you hear the dwarf say, "Congratulations to our last competitors in this tournament. You gentlemen will be allowed a short reprieve, at which point we'll call you out again for your first trial."
Julie, just as he walks off, he turns to the dwarf and goes, "Bring me Thodrock, old man."
Time will come. The 3 of you
Get a short rest.
get a short rest
Sweet. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
and are escorted into what is kind of a dirty sort of cell, really. But the cell has bars, and from within the bars, you can see on either side.
I think I just got my.
You can't move between them. You're not supposed to be able to move between them. There are, in one of them next to you, first off, the one that, whoops, I got that shown wrong. There I go. The one furthest away from you is the one that has Thodrock in it, and he is positioned himself in such a way that you can't see him from where you are. In the cells immediately next to you, you see there are 3 humanoids that are well armed and looking kind of shaken and scared and confused. And on the cell to the right of you is appears to be 3 bugbears, one of whom seems to be older and especially well dressed up.
So while they're off scene, I'll look at the two dwarfs over there and say, while we're waiting for the next match,
Humans.
I would like to offer up 100 gold bounty for 2 groups of 4 of the stands to fight each other, and whoever wins gets my 100 gold. And I nominate these 4 down here south of me as my team.
The bugbears are more than eager to give it a shot. And as you say this, you watch as a couple more bugbears from the stands, along with a couple more humans, jump in from below, and they're ready to fight for that 100 gold. And you hear the dwarf say, "Ha! A wonderful distraction, I'd say. Well, easy enough while we prepare for the next round."
And I'll hand one of the dwarfs the 100 gold as the bounty to show that it is a legit offer.
Wait.
Okay. You watch as the dwarf with the crossbow comes up and takes it.
Wait. I'd like
What do you-
to. I would like to sponsor another team of 4 in this grand melee. Here's
Okay.
another 100 gold.
All right. And who are you sponsoring?
I'll take this goblin, these 2 humans, and the bugbear here.
Okay. And the other team jumps down just for the shot at the gold. And at this point, they all kind of just start jumping down. There's a couple of folks who are hanging back, but there's a good chunk of folks who are jumping down in different teams of 4 and are ready to fight for this gold.
I will toss
And-
100
and-
gold to that guy.
Okay.
And as a final rule set, there are no rules. Have at it.
The Xanathar Guild, not one to turn away at easy bloodshed, allows this to continue. Now, are you guys actively betting against one another for your specific teams?
No.
Nope.
I'm just trying to thin the herd.
Okay.
Exactly what I was after. That's what I've been trying to do the whole time.
Okay. In the interest of time, here's what we'll say. In the midst of all of this, who has the higher CR? Not the one with the bandits in it, surely. Okay. Let me roll D20 real quick. A couple D20s real quick, in fact. So the team that you sponsor with the Goblin actually goes down pretty quickly. They're Rotund.
Yeah, I got you.
I know your name's Kent. I was trying to remember what your character name was.
I
It's been 2
know,
weeks.
I know.
All right. So the team, after all is said and done, the team that you did not sponsor is the one who actually gets away with it. The rest of them wind up lying dead, and actually one of the humans from the team that wins winds up lying dead. So there are 2 bugbears and one of the humans that grabs the gold for themselves.
Yep.
And as they walk their way back into the stands, they begin to kind of argue over it.
Yep, and I'll cheer and clap and wish them well and
That was fine fighting.
very impressive. I think y'all should have been entered as a team into the this contest.
They're at this point, the team that won is kind of arguing over the gold at this point, and they're actually kind of at each other's throats. At which point, a couple of guards will kind of escort them out of the arena.
As the guards come in, I would like to ask where the privy is. I mean, it is an arena. I would assume that the Xanatharians don't just throw their waste everywhere they walk.
He says,
I think your assumptions are wrong.
well, the sewers are up there, and he just points above you.
Quickest way to get to them?
He kind of peers at you and he says, how did you get down here?
A
Who are
clown.
you?
A clown.
What does that clown have to do with you?
Clown's a buddy of mine. Or at
How
least
so?
he seemed jovial enough.
He's gone, by the way.
Huh, well, does he not know the clown?
He knows who the clown is. He's giving you kind of a stink eye, wondering what in the heck it is you're doing down here and who you are.
Another 100 gold. uh, wait, who am I talking to?
The man with the crossbow arm.
He was the guard that came to break up the thing?
Yep. Well, no, there was a couple of different set of guards, both of whom were humans, just kind of intervene. Actually, I take that back. Both of whom were Durgar.
Who would have thought asking for the bathroom would be such a pain in the ass?
I've got my eye on you. And he walks his way back down to the stage. A team comes to two other teams who are not as part of who are staged somewhere else, fight one another, blah 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 blah, while you take your long rest, and you three are escorted back out into the arena. As you three are escorted back out into the arena, you are brought to bear to fight the first team, which consists of three other humans, the three who are next to you, and were looking kind of confused and scared.
Question about
You
my hit points.
see-
Are they fully charged?
You can use your short rest in order to heal them up if you wish.
I used a hit die. Yeah.
Okay. So they're well armed. In fact, you see before you there's a female who looks like she might be some kind of bard. There's a man who looks like he actually is dressed up like a nobleman, and he looks scared more than anybody else in here. And you see what looks to be maybe a sailor or some sort of pirate with darker skin, also a man. And that's who you see. And they kind of ready their weapons, kind of looking at you, and you hear the dwarf say, "Begin!" Roll initiative against one another.
And I've got my longsword and shield out for this.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da. Ah,
Reset all my NPCs here. What a pain in
I
the
just
butt.
imagine like Treverin up in the stands just accidentally molding earth their feet. I don't know how that happened.
Shh. All right. So, as soon as I set these to where I like them, we'll begin the top of the round with the bard. The bard is going to look at Julie and say, "Hey there, big fella. You don't want to get into anything too violent now, would you?" And he is going to cast Charm Person on you. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw for me. In fact, you'll make a Wisdom saving throw with advantage because you are fighting him. Unfortunately, you fail. So you are charmed by him, which basically means you consider the bard a friendly companion.
Yay!
And it's your turn.
Rush up here and attack this woman.
Okay. Who looks scared as all heck. As a bonus action, the bard is going to look at you. Actually, it's not his turn. He can't use that. Yep. Okay. So, charging up against the woman, the 21 will hit. The 13 will not. But that's okay, because the 13 damage is enough that you actually just charge up against the noblewoman who is holding this rapier and the shaking. And as you get close to her, she actually is not able to raise it in time, especially against such a heavy weapon as a greatsword, and you just take her down.
Great. Then I'm going to move through her and use my action surge to attack this.
Okay. All right. The 25 and the 20 will both hit. He has a rapier and a dagger in his hands and is unable to do much about either attack. However, he is not quite quick enough to dodge your rapid swings, and he takes both of them. All right. Wow. Okay. He is looking hurt, but he's not down yet. Kay, you're up.
Well, I will run in between the two of them, and I'm gonna smack the bard.
Okay. The 27 connects, the 13 does not.
Okay. I'm gonna hit her.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn a spell slot,
All right.
and I'm gonna Eldritch Smite her.
Okay.
For the 3d8.
Go for it.
The bard is a she.
Oops. Slash roll. 3d8.
Okay, don't you have something where your 19 is an automatic crit?
Only if I.
Oh, okay.
Only if he exploits curse.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure.
All right. The bard takes that hit, looks angrily kind of back at you, and readies his, her loot.
Well, she's prone, so she can look at me from the fucking floor.
Okay. The swashbuckler, looking back at you, Julie, says, "Well struck. Come out here, you piss pot." And he will attack you twice with his rapier and once with his dagger. The rapier will attack for 9 reduced to 6. The second attack will not hit. The dagger, that'll hit for 5 reduced to 2. Treverin, you're up in the stands. What do you do?
I'm assuming that these stands have some sort of earth in them, correct?
The stands themselves don't. They're made of. They're made out of stone. The arena floor is made out of has sand spread across it.
I don't care what they're in for. On the stands itself, you said it's made out of stone. What's underneath the stone? Is it something that I could use? Something made to tilt it up to cause someone to run into somebody?
I'm going to say no. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
More stone.
More stone, huh? Okay.
You're underground a few feet at this point, so.
Why did Drelloff just vanish?
I have no idea.
Okay. What I'll do then is look at this bugbear. I'll kind of just lean in and say, I think that bugbear at the far end over there has like 500 gold on him. He said he's going to be rich and wealthy, and that you're going to be in the poorhouse.
Sorry, I'm getting Drelloff's token back, wherever the heck he's supposed to be. What are you trying to persuade him?
I leaned in. I said the bugbear over here on the far side said told me he had 500 gold and he was going to be rich and wealthy and leave you in the poorhouse.
Make a persuasion check.
By the way, I'm not on the initiative counter. It
Hang on.
Yeah, you had a 6, I thought.
was a 4.
Let me take care of Treverin's turn first. He goes, "What? That son of a motherless ogre!" And he begins to walk over, and they start beating one another up, and eventually they are escorted out.
That was my turn.
Okay.
What the hell?
Okay, so let me add you. You had a 4. What do you do, Drelloff?
I'm gonna walk over to the bitch that's prone.
Mm-hmm.
I get advantage of prone, right?
Yep. All right. 19 hits. And 13 does not.
So hit her for 13.
Okay. Looking bad off, but not quite down. While this is going on, the man with the crossbow is going to start circling his way back up. All right. The bard is going to get back up. Is going to look over in your direction, Kay, and will say, "What do you think you're trying to pull there, edgelord?" And is going to use a bonus action to taunt you. I need you to make a charisma save.
I wish a nigga would.
You are not indulged. You are not impressed by the effort. All right. She will then cast this on herself. And she fades from view. And you hear the pirate guy go, "Oh, come on, fate." Julie, you're up.
Must kill the queen.
Wow! Wow!
God.
Again, with re-rolling ones. I got to build a new macro for crits, but
Okay.
got to re-roll that one.
Yep. That's going to be at base 18. We're going to add an extra 3 to make that 21. All right. That'll hurt. Not quite kill. But
It'd
this
be-
other one will.
Roll all three of those ones.
That first hit's actually a 20 kill because -1.
Yep. You're right.
All right, so it's a 3 plus
3 plus 11, 13 is 16.
16.
plus the base 4 is 20. All right. You take 2 swings against this person, and he gives you this wicked grin, which will stay plastered on his face as you chop off his head.
And not see. I don't see anyone else. I don't see the bard.
You don't see the bard. They disappeared.
All right, I'm going to move then to the center of the arena and just try to listen or be alert.
Okay.
Oh, you just skipped me.
Did I? I'm sorry.
Yep.
Go ahead.
You're good. So not knowing where this girl is, I'm gonna take a leap of faith here. I'm gonna cast Hunger of Hadar.
Okay.
Real quick, Killy, I'm sorry. You said the ground was dirt or sand or what?
Sand.
All right, can I bonus action grab a handful of sand?
Sure.
All right.
All right. Where are you targeting that Hunger of Hadar?
I'm gonna try and put it over here somewhere because I think that's where she went.
Okay. Do you actually have the spell slot able to do that?
Yep, I just spent it.
Okay. Because you did
So-
2 Eldritch Smites before. Do you get those back on a short rest?
Yep, Eldritch Smite, or I get him back on short rests.
Okay.
Everything I get comes back on short rests. Because,
All right.
spell slots I get back on short rests, my Hex Blade's Curse I get back on a short rest, and a bunch of other stuff, so.
Huh, I didn't know the Warlock spell slots came back to short rest. That's
Yep.
so much I know about Warlock.
It's the only caster that does, because of how little spell slots we really have.
True. All right, 20-foot radius sphere, blackness. 20-foot radius sphere, circle. All right. And you center it where?
Like, sorry, Julie, but right there.
Okay. So, casting that, the void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises. Can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures fully within are blinded. The void creates a warp in the fabric of space, and the area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn takes 2d6 cold, and a creature that ends its turn succeeds on a dex save, blah, 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 blah. All right, Dreloff. He watches this inky sphere of dark tendrils forms kind of right in front of you in the middle of this arena, and there's a noticeable gasp from the audience as they begin to kind of back away from this. What do you do? Actually, I'm sorry, Treverin, you actually have a chance to do something here since you're in the initiative order.
Yeah, not to keep calling attention to myself, I'm just gonna kind of stay pat this turn.
Okay, all right, Dreloff, what do you do?
I think I'm just gonna hold my action.
Okay. So, she is in that invisible area, and you watch as, oh boy, you watch as the inky tendrils leaping up from this extra-dimensional space reach around an invisible creature and pull her into the dark beyond. At which point, I will argue that the sphere disappears, keeping Julie away, recognizing him as an ally, and you watch as the bard's eyes just kind of go limp and white as she just kind of falls away into black nothingness, because that's pretty metal for a warlock.
Isn't that though? It's exactly why I got it. I was like, you're telling me I can just pull tentacles out of anywhere? I'm sold. Sign me up.
Okay. You win the first round of combat. You are temporarily escorted back in order to get a short rest. Is there anything that the rest of you are doing while this happens? Either Rotund or Treverin.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think I'm
Treverin?
doing anything this time around.
All right. In the interest of time, you guys go ahead and roll your hit dice if you wish. You are escorted back out into the arena, and the dwarf dressed in the leather robes will say, "Next, in the semi-finals for this tournament, we have the Troll Skulls against..." What did I say his name was earlier? Darg? Against Darg and his boys. And especially the bugbears who are still in the audience, which at the moment is one. It's Darg, 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 Darg.
You shut up.
You see, exiting out of the arena
No.
is two bugbears and an especially nasty, mean-looking one. And they all have very mean-looking morning stars in their hand, and the bigger one, dressed with chain shirt, gives a wicked smile and utters something in goblinoid to those next to him. And combat will begin.
Suppose I need to roll initiative.
Yep. Oops. Shoot. Hang on. That was the wrong token for the wrong thing. I'm cheating a little bit here, sorry. Okay. We begin the round with Dreloff.
You said the middle one was the chief, right?
The middle guy looks to be kind of the head honcho of this team of three.
Turn my rage on.
All right. You rage, charging forward at the northernmost bugbear, who
Yep.
has a morning star ready.
Assuming that doesn't hit.
It does not, I'm afraid. He raises his morning star and parries the blow. That will hit. All right. Hit him for 9 points of damage. The bugbear kind of rears back a little bit, steadies himself, and then looks at you, back at you, quite angrily. Kay, you're up.
I'm gonna charge this middle one.
Okay.
On my way charging him, I'm gonna yell some nasty things at him.
All right. He spits in your face as you approach.
And I'm gonna give him a double thwack.
Both attacks will hit. Level 5. All right, you hit him hard. You hit him so hard. All right. He is looking really, really bad off right out the gate, but he is ready to come back and take you
Plus an
on.
additional 3 because of my proficiency. I gotta
Yep.
turn that on. Forgot about that.
Okay. Are you done for your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. The bugbears go next.
Woot.
Oh, and he's prone.
The little guys. And he's prone. Yep. All right. Seeing you do this to the big fella, they're going to turn on you, Kay. Each of them swinging at you with their morning stars. First attack. That should hit you.
Casting shield.
That shouldn't hit you. That boosts you up to an obscene amount. 23.
23.
All right. Second attack against you. Nothing. All right. They take the morning stars. They
Love
shoot
it.
it down. Slam it down on top of you. You raise up your hand, and a spectral magical shield begins to kind of form, and the morning stars just bounce off of it.
That's so anime ninja. I love it.
Dude, I
All right.
fucking love the character I built.
The big guy gets up. He's going to growl in your face, and taking his morning star, he's going to slam it twice into you. He's ticked off. That's a no.
That's a no.
No. Just barely. All right. The morning stars, they just slam kind of all of them into your shield and just bounce off. Treverin, what do you do, if anything?
What's the ceiling made out of? Is it dirt?
Stone.
Is it
What kind?
held in with dirt mortar? Like,
It's not loose. Sorry, you're
Well,
not collapsing this place.
no. All I want to do is the stone that's directly above this guy to synogically use mold earth to loosen it up and have it fall straight on his head. That's all I want to do. It doesn't have to do any damage. I just want to hit him in the head.
Okay. The dirt kind of hits his head. He goes, ah, fucking ceiling.
And
Place full of shit.
And I'll look at him and I'll kind of point to the guy that's behind him, like he had something to do with it.
You mean the guy with the crossbow for an arm?
Yep. I'll just kind of point at him and say, just not really gesturing, just kind of hinting at that maybe he
looks
had something
over-
to do with it.
He looks over, gives an angry look, and then he realizes who he's looking at. His face automatically kind of drops into like the oh shit, and just immediately turns back to face the arena. And the guy with the crossbow for an arm is just scowling.
Okay. That's it. That's my turn.
Mad respect.
Julie, you're up.
And run up and attack this guy.
All right. 9 does not hit. 9 does not hit.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna action surge and do it again.
Okay. 12 does not hit. 14 does not hit.
Wow, I suck.
No, you blew your load on the 27.
You blew your load on the earlier
Yeah,
team. You're still kind of recovering.
As disturbing as that sounds, yeah, I guess I did.
All right.
I wish you had rolled 4 9s. You'd be like 9 9 9
9! 9! You do not hit! 9! Dreloff, you're up. All right. 11 does not hit. 13 does not hit. He sees you coming this time, and he parries both of the blows. He's still focused a lot more on K, but he knows you're there. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Okay. K, you're up.
Here we go.
The 19 and the 20 will both land. I assume this is still on the center guy.
Yep.
Okay. Both attacks will hit him. He is looking like he's about to keel over, but he's not quite there.
All
right. The bugbears are all going to unleash their attacks into you again, starting with the regular ones. 15. And another 15. All right, the big fella going next is going to roar, cry out to a bugbear god, a goblinoid god, Gubliet, I think, and will slam it to you twice with his morning star.
Damn, by 1.
Okay. 13 points of piercing.
Okay.
And the second attack, that'll hit for 15 piercing. Treverin, what do you do, if anything? By the way, he has moved his way closer to the center, and he is close by to you.
That's fine. I just kind of I turn out the bugbear and say your team's fighting pretty good, but I think they should have chosen you to be on their team instead of the two down there with them.
He wants to be with his sons.
Oh, those are his sons.
Mm-hmm.
He must be very disappointed.
Wow.
Dude, you're just fucking tearing these guys apart.
He curses in Goblin at you and gives you the finger and kind of goes back to the tournament.
I know I'm not in the turn order here, but I have a question.
You can add yourself, yeah.
Yeah. This gentleman here,
Mm-hmm.
is he seemed? I know that he said earlier that he's keeping a close eye on me, but at this point, is he getting closer to Treverin after the whatever went on over here?
The dirt, yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't trust you,
I
so he's keeping an eye on you.
I'm not trying to stealth. Or anything like that. I'm just going to, you know, just kind of like stroll like a little bit, lean my back up against the wall, just to try to make myself look as inconspicuous as possible.
Okay. You lean against the wall. You try not to draw attention to yourself. Julia, what do you do?
I'm gonna try attacking this guy again.
Okay.
That's more like it.
24 and 16. Both attacks will land. All right. We'll go ahead and re-roll those ones and twos, I assume. Like I said, did re-roll them. But never mind. That's right. I had problems with the crit. All right. So that's going to be a total of 21 points of damage. That bugbear looks really hurt, but he's not quite down.
Okay. Standing my
All right.
ground.
Okay. Drelloff, you're up.
Oh, damn.
Yes. Hard yes. Okay. All right. Taking your battle axe, you take 2 hard swings into him, putting all of your rage and your might behind it. And although he manages to parry the blow, it bends the mace back, which kind of hits him in the head and causes him to start bleeding. And he kind of takes his free hand to try to block the blood. And by the time he lowers it to see what you're doing, you take the second swing and just uppercut him across the face, and he falls over. And the guy in the middle looks down at his now deceased son and looks really, really mad. Kay, you're up.
I look him in the eyes and go, your god can't protect you here.
24 will hit, 14 will not. All right. He looks over at you just in time. He turns his attention over from Draloff over to you just in time for you to impale your sword right through his skull, and he falls over.
And I get HP back.
All right.
Oops.
The last bugbear, seeing his compatriots go down, swears vengeance and is too stupid to try to run, so instead he's going to attempt to attack you again, Kay. Yep. You take 13 piercing. Chief is dead. Treverin, do you do anything?
I look back at the bugbear and say, "Are you not gonna go help your friend? I mean, he looks like he's in a lot of trouble."
He will get behind you and draw a morning star that he has on his person. And you watch as a crossbow bolt gets fired into the nearby wall, which startles presumably the 3 of you. And the dwarf nearby, as he reloads, it says, "Put it away." No. The bugbear puts it away, begins to walk back over to a further seat away from you, but not before pushing you in the back of the head.
And I turn around and say, "Yeah, I didn't realize bugbears were also cowards," and turn back to watching the fight.
Okay. Julie, you're up. This last bugbear is looking like he's on death's door.
I
All
guess
right,
he's
both.
dead.
Yeah, probably. Yep, that's gonna do it. That's hard gonna do it. All right, you finish off the last remaining bugbear. You have qualified for the finals, where I think you'll go against a favorite. Take some rest and get ready.
Before they drag the corpse off, I cut some ears off.
Okay, they will allow it. They're not unused to those sorts of things.
I hand the ears to Julie.
Okay.
And I look over at the bugbear that's still alive and says, "Did that not upset you? Your guys are earless now."
He gets up and walks out of the arena.
So we got their bugbear ears, Julie.
All right. Heal yourselves by your hit dice as best you can.
Kay was the only one that got hit.
Literally only me.
You crit fail your
Like-
fucking roll on your hit dice twice.
Twice.
Wow.
All right.
I think I'm gonna top off with healing hands.
Okay. While you rest and recuperate, the final match is done, and Thordrock's team wins. They go to rest and recuperate. Prior to the finals, there are a handful of folks who do come in from below and begin to kind of fill up the stands a little bit again.
Yes, Trevarron needs to get to work again.
If it's the two big guys in Dodge Rock, Julie's gonna say, let's focus our attacks on the two flunkies and take them out as quickly as we can.
Minotaur or Giant first?
Whatever presents itself.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
let's get back and spread out a little bit.
I'll lean over to our dwarf friend who's near me, and I said, "You know, what'd be really cool is if we split the stadium in half. Everyone for the team with Thodrock needs to be on the left-hand side of the arena, and everyone who's voting for the Troll Skull guys need to be on the right side of the arena. And then you could hear the banter back and forth. It'd be really great and promotional."
Are you saying this to the guy with the crossbow?
Yeah, I was saying that'd just be really cool to see, to have that kind of support on each side as they battle back and forth for the final fight.
Not as easy for the chips and popcorn to get in.
People are actually going to try to eat while this fight's going on?
And drink.
I figured it'd be more exciting.
Besides, easier for bets to go back and forth.
Fair enough. I just thought it'd be cool.
You're betting on your fellas down there.
I never got paid for my first bet, so I'm not betting again
sorry.
until I get paid.
You got paid for the first bet. Out of character. You got paid after that first one.
Okay.
Rotund, lost money on the Chimera.
I know.
He says, you're betting on your folks down there.
Yeah, I'll put 10 gold on them.
He says, he looks at you, raises an eyebrow, and he says, willing to raise those stakes anymore?
I'll look at him. I'll say, what stakes do you have in mind?
Medium rare.
He says, he reaches into his pocket and puts down a pouch that contains 50 gold pieces.
And I'll look at him. I'll inspect the gold, make sure it's real.
It's
Kind of stare back at him, saying, 50 gold, and the best you could have done was get a crossbow for your arm. Okay. You know what? I'll tell you what. I will help you get a better arm, and I'll put 50 gold down.
He says, better arm. However, like this one, keeps the folks in line. Careful.
Yeah, but you know, when you wipe your ass with that arm, that's gonna hurt. So I'm trying to think out for your best.
Imagine the trigger discipline it takes for him to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm just looking out for your best interest.
What
He
is this
sa-
guy?
He is snarling. Like his crossbow is twitching. He is snarling. He looks at you with the angriest sort of glare and growl, and he says, "When this is over, Elf, I'll take your gold, and I want you out of my damn arena."
Well, if you want that, then I suggest that after this is over, you be nice to me, because my guys are gonna win, or you may not like it.
A crossbow bolt goes right next to you. He says,
And
"Try it again. The next one goes in your chest."
and I'm in winter, and I don't even flinch. I just stare right back at him, and it's like, is your aim the aim of a stormtrooper? Is it that bad?
Hang on, I gotta roll D20 for his patience. He's on the verge. Go ahead and make an intimidation check for me, contested against that 15.
All right.
He unleashes a crossbow bolt into your chest. Or attempts to, anyway. Hang on, I gotta turn shit on. There we go. It goes sailing right over your shoulder and into the arena. And then he will shift around and attempt to push you into the arena.
I cast Hold Person on him.
You hold him at bay like a child. Rotund, hold person is what, a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
No, what I'm doing is I got my hand out like from Spaceballs, holding Dark Helmet while he's trying to swing.
Okay. All right. Wisdom save from him. He fails. He is held and paralyzed.
I just lean
When this
I just lean him back up against the wall.
he begins swaying, "Let me go, you damn apes! You damn dirty apes!"
I look at him and I say, you know, I like you, and then I let him go.
Xanathar will hear about this, you
I mean, that's not
petty, spindle
No.
cockhead.
Wait.
He's not going anywhere. Kids.
Lean him back up against that wall.
Okay.
I'm the one that let him go. The whole person didn't let him go.
Do I see where the crossbow attaches to his arm?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to attempt to remove his crossbow arm.
Make a medicine check.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah. You remove his crossbow arm.
I tossed
And I like a. Go ahead.
I tossed the crossbow into my friends in the ring.
Okay. There is a crossbow arm that is tossed over the ring nearby next to the three of you while you wait for your competitors to come out.
And I'll look at him. I say, we can't leave him without an arm, so I'll hand him my sling. Here, attach that. You can have a sling for an arm.
You shouldn't have pushed me friend. I know he's an elf, but still.
I'm gonna pick up the crossbow arm and like. Julie still has the bag of holding, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't know that we come into the arena with all our equipment, but yeah, Julie had it last.
I will release him and take the consequences of what's coming.
Well, I'm gonna ask Julie to put the crossbow arm in his holding if he still has it.
He would. Yep.
And I'll say you get your crossbow back after the arena's done, and you're much nicer to us.
I made no such promise.
And I'll turn back to the okay. Shh. This is me talking. And then I'll invite my friend to sit next to me and watch the final battle.
All right, the dwarf from behind you, Julie, will come forward and he says, "If you be so kind, master, I would like to take that crossbow back."
Julie will give it to him.
Okay. He will stomp off this dwarf who you have thoroughly pissed off.
And he says to the dwarf as he hands it back, "What can I say? I'm embarrassed."
And will hand it back to the dwarf.
I don't.
And you watch as this dwarf steps up the platform a little bit. And those of you who are in the stands, both Rotan and Treveran, make a perception check for me.
Sure. Perception.
Okay. You see him look very, very flustered as he kind of steps back up, giving himself some plenty of room. It looks like he might be muttering under his breath. All right. You watch as the dwarf in the leather robes cries out, "For the final round of this tournament, we have the Troll Skulls versus the Burning Eye!" And stepping out of the arena, face to face against you, Throdrock has in his hands a great axe, and he says to you directly, Julie, in Orcish, "That is pain. Honor deemed you exiled from this clan, from the clan. Honor in this ring demands your head."
Julie replies back, "You cheated. You used magic to defeat me." He goes, "You hide behind that magic, just like you're hiding behind this dwarf now and making me go through this tournament before you'll be willing to face me. And then you can't even face me alone. You're a coward, Thudrock. You end today."
What know you of Orcish ways? Pigskin. Grumsh's blood does not flow in you. The rage does not burn inside of you. You are a pretender, wishing to be a strong creature that you are not, wishing to be a part of something that you never were. What are you now?
I'm
The
your
boy playing hero?
Sorry, I didn't realize that was a. Never mind.
What do you say, Max?
Julie says, "I'm your death. No more words. Come and get it."
Is this all in Orcish?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll lean over to the goblin, pretending I know Orcish, and I said, "That blue orc just said that goblins are a bantha fodder, and that he'll sit on you and make you bleed."
What's a bantha?
I don't know. You have to go ask him.
15 gold on the troll skulls. Roll initiative.
Fate smiles upon us this day.
Oh. Oh.
All right. We begin this final round of combat with Throdrock. Julie, you see as he reaches into a nearby pouch and pulls out a familiar-looking token. He pulls it up to his eye for a brief second, and there is a brief flash of magic surrounding the hand. He quickly puts it away, taking his great axe, and will charge straight at you, sword in hand, crying out, "Grumsh!" Excuse me, great axe, and will attack you twice with it. The magic weapon gives the magic token he has will give him advantage on both of these attacks.
All right.
19
Yeah, they'll
and
both
21.
hit.
12 reduced to 9. And 6 reduced to 3.
That could have been a lot worse.
Okay. Treverin, you're up in the stands. What do you do?
I'll turn around to. These are humans, right? Not dwarfs.
They're humans, yeah.
These guys,
Um,
and I'll say, I think I overheard that orc just say that he's gonna make all humans their bitch.
You hear bets going in favor of the troll skulls as you begin to incite the crowd.
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. Julie, Throdrock is next to you. Thordrock, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm gonna return the attack.
Okay. That hits. That does not. Okay. You cleave
I'm gonna-
hard down. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna action surge and attack him again, but go ahead.
Okay. I'm just going to say that some of that damage does get reduced. He has heavy armor master as well.
Yeah, okay.
That hits. And that hits. Okay. All right. You waylay into him, and he looks pretty bad off already.
And Julie just growls at him, cheater! No honor! In Orcish.
Okay. The Minotaur will headlong charge into Draloff. And will make it reckless charge. So, he's going to charge you and attempt to gore you. That should hit.
Yeah.
So, you will take 15 damage from the gore attack plus, because he is charging you, an additional 9 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
All right, we'll count to 24. You are not knocked prone, however, you are taking that 24 points of damage total.
Is my rage? Yeah, I hadn't raged yet.
Not your turn yet. Nope, you're going to take the full damage, I'm afraid. All right, Kay, you're up next.
I'm gonna yell at Draloff. He's got that clown. Focus the Minotaur, and I'm gonna charge beside him.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna cast Hex on him.
Okay, Hex, not Hexblade Curse.
Nope, just Hex.
Okay.
I didn't mean to roll damage. I meant to write what it
Yep,
does.
that's... All right. What skill of his are you hexing?
What was it? I'm sorry.
What skill of his are you hexing? Does that reduce or give him disadvantage?
Oh, disadvantage on on a certain save, I believe it is, or certain checks. Let's do strength checks.
Okay.
And then
All right.
I'm going to double slash him.
Okay.
Make sure I reset.
All right. The 14 will hit. The 12 will not.
It's fine. There's that, and then there's Hex.
Okay. Okay. You get one nasty hit onto him. You watch from as the tip of the longsword causes a bit of necrotic energy to kind of dance along the cut. The Minotaur looks down, looks back up at you, and just shakes his head. Oh, you done fucked up. Draloff, you're up next. All right.
Jesus.
First attack misses.
Are you raging?
Yeah, I'm raging.
All right. You got to call that out. Second attack.
Sorry.
Yep. Second attack does hit. So. All right. You hit him for 7 points of damage. The Minotaur is still standing strong. He is looking at the both of you, readies his great axe for another attack. The half ogre is going to move up next to his buddy, especially next up to Kay, and taking a battle axe in his hand, he is going to attempt to slash it down on top of you.
Damn. Yep.
23 or 13 slashing. Strodrock is going to tap into the potential of the artifact again, and I have to roll percentile dice. All right, he's fine. So, tapping into it again, he is going to grant himself advantage on the next few attacks as he waylays into you, Julie. And he cries out as he attacks, "Weak! Unworthy!" Crit, 14. The crit is 11 points of damage reduced to 8. And he will action surge and attack you 2 more times. 23 and 14. And 9 reduced to 6.
Again, could have been a lot worse.
Could have been. All right. Treverin, what do you do, if anything? Crow?
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach into my pocket. I'm gonna grab 49 copper, and I'm gonna toss it into the ring right here in front of these guys here.
Okay. You're going to just toss 49 copper from where you are at them?
No, into the ring to make them
Oh,
see the copper and say, "Hey guys, some free gold for you," and just throw the copper in the ring.
okay. Are you like tossing it in like a coin pouch, I assume?
No. Just random like pennies from heaven from
Okay.
Karaza. Just throwing it out there. Hopefully they'll go diving in to try to start picking it up.
They'll watch it as it kind of shoots out. They will stretch out their hands to try to catch them. There's maybe a few copper pieces that they catch, but as it falls into the arena, seeing what's happening in front of them, especially the big creatures and especially that Minotaur, they do not want to go into the arena.
All right, yeah, worth a shot.
Yep. Julie, you're up.
I'll give him 2 attacks. And what happened here? All right, that was weird. Hold on.
10 does not hit. 21 does. All right.
And I'm going to bonus action. I'm going to take my second wind.
Okay. All righty. The Minotaur will go next. Having Draloff kind of right up next to him, he is going to recklessly attack you with his great axe. 23.
Oh yeah, I didn't get advantage against him when he did that.
Yeah. Anyway, just one number for next time. You take 18, reduced to 9 points of damage, Draloff. Okay, you're up next.
I will flip on advantage here, and I'm gonna go whack him again.
Okay. All right, 27 lands, 11 does not.
That's fine. There's that, and then plus that.
All right. The necrotic energy dances off of his leg. The Minotaur is still standing pretty well strong. Draloff.
Let's see if I can hit him.
Okay.
Advantage.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2 more times because you're rolling with advantage. He recklessly attacked, so
Oh, okay.
which is something you have too, by the way. All right. Just to make sure. Okay, both attacks will land. You don't crit on any of them, so go ahead and roll your damage twice. All right. Minotaur is starting to look a little bad off at this point. The
About time.
Ogre is going to shift over and attempt to thwack you again. Okay.
Don't much care for that.
With his battle axe.
Nope.
Nope. You manage to see it coming and shift as the shadow tendrils miss, and as the shadow tendrils kind of guide your movements, and the battle axe misses entirely. All right. As a bonus action, Third Rock will also use his second wind. That's not a lot.
No.
It's
And
like they're
he
having a
will
slap fight.
burn one more time. Yeah, because it's you. He will burn one more time into the artifact. And this time he suffers ill effects. He takes the exhaustion. 1 point of exhaustion.
Ooh, what does that do again?
The first point of exhaustion has him have disadvantage in all ability checks. However, his 2 attacks are both still going to have advantage here. Not that that one matters, and I don't think that one matters. Well, 17 actually hits your armor
17
class.
ties my armor class, yeah.
All right. You take 6 reduced to 3. All right, Treverin, what do you do, if anything?
This time around, I'm just sitting back.
Okay. Julie, you're up next.
It doesn't give me any advantage, does it?
No. That'll hit. That one won't. All right. He's looking like he's on the ropes. And you see the blood is kind of beginning to kind of drip away from the cuts you've made in his face. You're, for the most part, still standing okay, especially after that second wind. You got a lot of hit points there. Anyway.
I don't roll, I take the average.
The Minotaur will go next. And he will, this time... No, he will recklessly attack Dreloff again. Uh, 16 does tie with your armor class, so it hits. 23 reduced to 11 points of slashing damage.
I've got 3 hit points left then.
All right. Kay, you're up next.
As a bonus action, I'm actually going to Hexblade Curse the Ogre.
Okay.
And confident that he won't hit me, I'm going to give him 2 thwacks with a greatsword.
The Minotaur or the Half Ogre?
The Half Ogre.
Okay. He's a slow, stupid creature, so you probably do pretty well here.
Oops, I didn't mean to do advantage.
All right. I'm going to count the 17 and the 20, which both land.
Deal. Whoop. Whoop.
All right. Wow. Okay. With the benefit of the Hexblade's curse and Revolova aiding your swings, you manage to cause a deep necrotic cut right underneath the chin of this ogre, and he kind of reaches up, dropping the axe to the floor, which lands the satisfying thud. And he kind of reaches up and starts gagging a little bit. You watch as he just kind of collapses back onto the sand.
Oh. Okay, I didn't think he'd go down that quick.
Nicely done.
You only got 30 hit points.
Well, then I get to heal myself. Cool. I get 7 more HP back, so I get 38.
He had literally a glass chin.
Yeah. Dreloff, you're up.
Swing for the fences.
Okay.
Advantage, remember.
Yep.
Yeah, it's on.
All right, well, don't roll with advantage.
Fuck you too, I guess.
Okay. The 26 and the 21 will both land. Okay. 16, 15. All right. How do you want to kill the Minotaur?
Cut his fucking head off.
All right. You watch as bits of blood are dripping off of the bits of the horn where he managed to gore you earlier. You kind of clutch the wound, shake it off in the middle of your rage, and you jump up high, damaged as you are, you kind of run up, you take the blunt end of your axe and you just take it right up his balls, and you watch as the Minotaur kind of keels over, clutches down, and as he bends over onto his knees, you turn around off to his side, take the great axe up in your hand with one big swinging motion. You just chop the head off, and he is beheaded while clutching his balls.
Oh man.
Look at Achilles like, look, or shit. Look at my companions. Look, I got us a trophy.
Okay. Thordrock is exhausted and very badly injured. He has seen both of his companions fall. He looks over at you and says, "Another time." And he will attempt to disengage and just start fleeing.
Do I get 2 attacks on the opportunity or just the one?
Actually, disengage is an action, but before he gets too far,
disengage. I'm sorry.
But before he gets too far out into the stage, you watch as a beam of energy shoots out from the upper area over here and hits just in front of him, and there's an immediate pause in the audience as everybody in the audience, except for you guys, seem to recognize what's happening. As the beam begins to kind of stop, you watch as a bit of where the sand was seems like it's just evaporated. And following the beam back to its source, you look up in the raised area, especially up to what appears to be maybe some sort of balcony, and you see shifting out of invisibility, hovering there, is a beholder. And he says, "No fleeing this tournament. Go on then, champions. Claim your prize." Treverin, what do you do, if anything?
I stand up, start clapping, and say, "Guys, it looks like the fight is over." And then I start singing, "Na na na na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye." And hopefully the crowd starts dispersing.
The crowd starts singing with you. You kidding? All right, Julie. Thordrock is stopped in his tracks. He looks paralyzed with fear and looks over at your direction. And for the first time since you have ever interacted with him, the entire time you've ever known him, he has only ever sneered at you. He's only ever treated you like dirt. And as you begin to approach him, this is the first time he has looked at you with genuine fear in his eyes.
A coward until the end, Julie says to him. And I'm just going to kill him.
All right, make an attack roll with advantage.
Make that 2 attack rolls with advantage.
Natural ones.
Oh,
20.
shit.
And a natural 19, which you crit on. Okay, don't worry about rolling damage.
2 crits.
How would you like to kill your hated foe?
I'm going to stand there, and before I strike, I'm going to go, "Come on, Thudrock. Where's that fierce orc rage? What would Groomsh think of you now? Show me the fire in your blood." And when he doesn't do anything, I just take his head off with the stroke of my sword.
The head falls and the body falls lifeless along the floor. The crowd erupts in cheers, and you hear the dwarf say, "And ladies and gentlemen, for this year we have our 31st champions within the ring, the Troll-Skulls."
Well, I'm gonna fish
And I
that.
immediately shout out, "Do not put that head in the bag of holding."
No, I want that. I want that. That trinket, though.
Okay, you find it
Yeah,
hiding among a pocket, and it's easy to pick up.
And I want his eye. I want one of his eyes.
Okay. You cut out the eye. While you're doing that, the dwarf in the leather armor will step forward and present you with a trophy. The trophy is a stuffed beholder doll. It has a pocket in its mouth. Inside that pocket is a 100 gold gemstone, as well as an onyx trophy that is carved to look like a smiling beholder being caressed by hands. The statue, the trophy, is worth 25 gold, and it has a 100 gold gemstone.
I'm keeping that statue. We're gonna set that up in our.
Julie says to you too, "I have what I came for. The prize is yours. Thank you for helping me get my honor back.
I walk over to my new friend and kind of wink at him and hold out my hand, asking him to pay up his bet.
He hands you. What did you bet? 50. He hands
Yep.
you 100. He hands you an additional 50 gold pieces. He hands you your 50 gold back plus the 50 he bet.
Okay.
And then he gives you a sneer, and the beholder above you says, "Well done, champions. Now everyone get the hell back to work." And the entire audience begins to kind of scramble away.
And then I'll head over here to Julie and saying, "Do we have any other business in this place?"
You were assigned to kill a mind flayer.
Where'd my character go?
Julie says, I'm good, but
Hmm.
I understand this isn't what we came for.
And then
I'm at he just puts the token that you saw him took off the orc into his personal pouch, and he says, I'm at your disposal.
I'm talking about with the arena. We're done here, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
I did what I came here to do.
Okay, then I'll bow to the sentient beholder and make my leave this way.
Also, Killy, I think you just drug Ken's character out.
You did.
Oh, sorry.
But that's okay because if everybody's going back to work, I'm as innocently as I can. I'm gonna just start following and looking for a way out. I
Okay.
assume people went up this way.
They went up that way, and some of them went back down, but not that many. Most of them went up.
I'm gonna I'm hoping that my group sees me, but I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna open the door, trying to find my way out.
Okay. There is a hallway immediately down, and it seems like most of the crowd is heading down that hallway.
I'll turn around and point as I see Rotund walking away.
Where's that dwarf going?
Would you
Good
say this
grief.
way?
And I'll follow.
Immediately down this direction.
Oh, down.
Yep.
Hold on, I was my bad. So over here, or I'm not seeing pings. I've only seen portions of the map.
In this direction.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna keep walking down the hallway.
Okay, so this map leads to Skullport, which is on the Dungeon of the Mad Mage map. We can transition to that map if you really want to go there, but that's where that leads.
No. I'm just looking for a way out. I came in with my group of people, the champions of the arena, and I'm not trying to cause trouble. I just need to figure out where I'm going.
Okay.
What's
Um,
what's Julie seeing over here when you get to it? When you get to it?
There is a magically lit room that has what appears to be the zombie beholder standing in the middle of it. Surrounding him are what look like 4 immature beholders. They are all 5 of them floating in the middle of the room. And it looks like they're just kind of keeping an eye on the door immediately to their west.
Is this a door here?
That is a door that leads back into the arena.
Oh, I'm gonna go through it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna walk in back around and is Xantar still down there?
He, when you make your way back down, is no longer in view.
Okay. Is the leather-clad dwarf still down there?
They would not be, no. Everybody's gone at this point.
So I'm literally going to wander around this place until I find like kind of a way out.
You talking about like not the way we came?
No, I'm gonna go back the way we came, but I kind of got discombobulated after I've been in the arena for so long. It's like, after you're sitting somewhere for a while, and your first time
Gotcha.
here, I don't know where I'm going.
I'm feeling you.
And that's my story as soon as somebody stops and asks me where I'm going.
I'm just following you. I'm confused. I'm not asking. I'm just like, where is he going?
Oh, should I walk?
Yeah, we could probably take a. I don't know if you guys were injured in that last fight
I've got
badly.
3 hit points.
But as I say, if we want, we could take a short rest and probably be okay because I don't think they're going to bother us since we are the champions
Of the
arena.
world?
We could just sit on the arena floor and take a short rest. if you wanted to.
I'd
I don't
rather,
think anyone's gonna bother it.
I'd rather not go back to the arena, but I'll sit in the arena hallway and take a rest.
Yeah, or in the stands
Sure.
even. Let's do that.
Let's just chill in this hallway.
I'll because you're so hurt, I will oh, where the fuck is it? I will cast Prayer of Healing on you guys because
Okay.
it'll take a few minutes.
All right. So you guys get 8 hit points back on top of whatever you choose to roll for hit dice.
Anyone come and interact with us while we're taking an hour-long rest, just sitting around in the stands?
Nobody wants to piss off the Xanathar, so no.
And you guys notice Julie is far quieter and calmer, and seemingly more like a lot less uptight and just angsty than he normally is. He's just oddly placid. He looks like a guy that just had the weight of the world taken off his shoulders.
Julie, while you're keeping an eye on that trinket, I have to ask, do you attune to it?
I haven't decided what I want to do with that yet. The eye is the eye. At first, I was going to put sacrifice it at the altar, but that's why I took the eye, because the eye is an appropriate token to offer up to Groomsh.
Okay. As you
I might
taking a-
keep it. Yeah, I might keep it. I'll
Okay.
attune to it. Sure, I'll attune to it.
Okay. So this is what the eye do. Well, where is it?
Can't hurt.
All right.
While
So
they're
while
doing
you're
all
tuning-
that, Kelly, I'm just picking up my copper I threw down on the ground earlier.
Okay, you can recover.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of bailed out as soon as they got called out. So this is the eye.
Oh, it's the eye of burning blood, not the eye of Ulcer. Come on, man! I wrote it up.
That's what he called it. But the artifact itself, because you're from the burning blood, or no, you're from the burning eye
Scorched
clan.
eye. The
Scorched eye. Okay. That's what he called it. But it had a history before it fell into his hands. So, couple of things. Drelov, you recognize that this eye belonged to the elder seer of your clan once upon a time.
Yep, my grandfather.
Your grandfather. While you're looking at this eye, and it is a glass eye that has been carved around a dark, sort of crystalline shard, and Kay, you hear a voice in your head go, interesting. It can't be.
I guess I don't have any way of communicating back to her without speaking out loud, do I?
Not without speaking out loud.
Okay.
Well, with that rest out of the way, I am gonna go looking for an exit, just in a totally different way.
The token that the fetish rather that Julie had, that you guys had that long conversation about. That is, I guess, still on the arena floor.
Yes.
Yeah, and Julie has no interest in it any longer.
Okay. That
Just
fetish.
just throwing that out there, if that means anything to anyone, you might
Yeah,
want to grab
I'm
it.
going to pick it up because I thought you still had it on your possession.
No, I threw it at Throdrock's feet as a mocking gesture, since it was symbolic of the fact that he lost the tribe and was defeated.
All right, Drelov, you recover your father's token.
Yep.
Rotund exceeding out into the hallway, you can see another hallway immediately off to your east. That, as soon as I pull my notes up.
Hold on 1 second.
Hey,
Okay.
Kelly, just a question on the item.
Uh-huh.
The Eye of the Allseer. It says a charge can be used to grant advantage to the next weapon attack. Now, I'm assuming because he was a fighter and gets 2 attacks every time he makes an attack,
Yep.
it gave him advantage on both. Would that
Yeah, it
also
should
apply
say
to
on
me?
the next turn.
Okay. So
Yep,
on the
yep,
next
yep,
turn,
yep.
so if I use it during my initiative, I don't get the advantage effect until my following initiative.
The event you use it as a bonus action on your turn. That gives you advantage on weapon attacks during the course of that turn. So you could action surge to give yourself advantage on 4 attacks in a turn, and then once you used it, it's gone.
Oh, well, I can get advantage on all 4 attacks. Wow. Okay, that's really powerful. Great, awesome. Thank you.
Yep. It has a drawback if you choose to use it too much all at once, but yeah.
Yes, I see that. And exhaustion is a bitch in this in
Yep.
5th edition. Yeah.
Yep. So, as you enter into this chamber rotund, you can see there are a couple of columns of rock here, and there is a curling staircase in the southwest corner that descends further down.
I'm just
Um,
walking alongside you.
I'm just going to keep walking as if nothing bad were happening.
Okay. Julie and Drell, and by the way, the holes are, at this point are mostly empty. Julie and Dreloff, are you guys with your companions?
Yeah. Give me a second. I was looking something.
Yeah, Julie's gonna follow along.
Okay, I'll move you down there. As you exit out into that hallway rotund, you see in the corner of the room here are a bunch of fish-like creatures that are standing in front of an iron portcullis in the southeast corner there, and they are in the middle of tearing off bits of flesh of what appears to be a recently slain dwarf. There is protruding from the middle of the hall a ghostly eye stalk that is kind of watching this happen, that hasn't noticed you as of yet. And around the entirety of this floor, it is littered with bones and is covered with a thin layer of sticky, translucent slime.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
think
turn
that's the
around.
way out. Yeah. And I will follow you.
Wouldn't the mind flare be behind the secret door passage? I would think. I don't know.
What secret door passage?
Oh,
The
the one we
one
found as soon as we walked in.
we found when we walked in. I don't know. Do we even consider that a secret door? Really?
Well, the only reason we know it was a secret door basically was because Killy said open the secret door. I mean, we just found it.
You found you got a perception check to find it. Okay,
Right.
you guys making your way down the staircase?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot.
All right, hang on. I got to drag you into a different part of the map, so bear with me a minute.
No problem. I like how you're all following me.
Case token.
La-di-da-di-da. You put me all the way on the right side of the map.
Holy shit.
Whoops. How'd that happen? All right. Let me zoom out for a minute here so I can see shit.
Pretty fucking metal.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
You-
That note serves a purpose for like.
Rotund is still stuck at the bottom of the map.
Ah, damn it.
I guess like 3/4 of the way down.
There. All right. So descending down the staircase,
Mm-hmm.
you come into another hallway here. And from the ceiling of the hallway, there is another ghostly eye stalk, and this one is looking at you. As you pass by.
I'm going. Do we see it?
You see this ghostly eye stalk protruding from the ceiling that turns and looks at you.
If I walk up to it, right,
Mm-hmm.
and ask it which way out, will it point me in the direction?
You don't know.
Well, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
We're the champions. I'm with the champions of the arena.
It points back the way you came.
Thanks. I'm going to say, guys, where the fuck are we going?
I thought you knew. I don't.
Yeah, because I've been in a Xanathorian lair before, ass.
Okay, fair enough. Well, what What are you trying to find? What are you just kind of wandering around?
Well, I'm looking for a mind flare.
Hey, I stalked. You know where you can find a mind flare?
I love that we're using it like a kiosk at a mall.
You are here.
It points back the way you came.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll go find another ice talk to ask. I'll wander back out. I don't know. I want the fucking mind flare. That's what we came here for.
Alrighty. As I
Where
drag
was-
your character tokens back.
Where was the last ice talk we saw?
There was one right outside the door where we came out of the arena.
I guess I'll stroll back there then.
Okay, did I drag someone's
There's also one by the
character
fish.
token?
I don't know. I can't see shit. Hold on.
We're missing.
My token's
Drollops.
missing.
Drayloff.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Killy. I didn't mean to make you go back and forth. I just don't know where I'm going.
He's in the bottom right corner of the map.
Bottom right corner of the map.
If you scroll all the way down, Drollops.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
the
he
far
was
right
over
side.
Far right, yep.
There you are. Yep. Okay. And then you guys make your way from the staircase back over here. Where do you go?
Going back to ask the ice talk. I knew it was back here in front of this door. Where we can find a mind flare.
Okay, if you're going back into this room and asking, this room here,
Yep.
where you're in, it points back the way you came.
God damn it. Okay, well,
All right.
Well, there's a door right.
Why don't we ask the crazy clown gnome?
Do you see the crazy clown gnome?
What's behind this door, Killy? Or I'm gonna open this door anyway.
Okay. Hang tight just a second.
8 mind flares.
we found the mind flare.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry. Close the door.
Yeah, exactly. What? Like when we ran by the zombie fucking.
See, you just see something getting eaten by him, and you're like, "Nah."
Yep. Sorry, my bad.
Enjoy your dinner.
Alrighty. So inside here, you see a large circular room, and there's a dais from where you have opened the door that descends down into the chamber itself. It's a 40-foot high domed ceiling. Right now, there's nobody in here, though.
Okay.
I see
Hello?
2 doors though.
All right.
The
I'm
door
gonna-
to the south and
I'm-
the door to the west.
I'm gonna walk up to the west door and open it.
Okay. It leads back out into the hallway with all of the statues.
Oh wait, really?
Let's open the south door before we go play with the statues.
That's fine. I just wasn't sure where we were at. Now I'm. You gotta remember because the fog of war, not fog of war, but because of the dynamic lighting, I'm not sure like where we were in reference because it doesn't leave it up. We have to keep moving as we go.
Which I kind of like, actually.
Open the south door, Killy.
Okay. Opening the south door, you see, sitting in the center of this room is what appears to be a large goldfish bowl. There are
Oh, the fishy you were talking about.
draping through the entirety of the ceiling of this room, there are luminous violet particles that actually drift through the air like mist. And there is this big fishbowl, about 20 feet in size, that dominates the center of this room. It is filled to the brim with water, and inside is a small coral reef, a miniature shipwreck, and a full-size treasure chest. Next to it, sitting on a pedestal, is a smaller fishbowl that is about 3 feet in diameter, and you see a dwarf wearing a skull cap that is adorned with eye stalks, is in the middle of feeding a goldfish that swims in circles in the smaller bowl. Embedded in the western, well, you can't see the western wall from here, so hang on. Anyway, that's what you see.
Excuse me, sir.
You shouldn't be here. Stay back, or I'll call the boss.
Oh no, sorry, we're just lost. We're looking for a mind flare.
Mind flayer? Why would you want to see him?
We need to talk to him. We're the champions of the arena.
Make a persuasion check. He says, that crazy head toys around with his victims over on the eastern wing somewhere.
All right. Well, thank you. Have fun at the fishbowl.
What's with the
Sure, I'll
gold?
walk back out.
What before we leave? What's with the goldfish?
None of your business.
What's with the treasure chest?
None of your business.
Okay, fair enough.
Get out. Quickly.
All right. I'll shut the door behind me, and I'll be like, "So we're definitely getting that treasure chest, right?"
I don't know, says Julie. You want to fight a beholder?
I
Well-
look at Julie and I say, I dare to go touch the fishbowl.
Julie kind of smiles and walks into the room.
You open the door again. You see the dwarf go, what did I just say?
I'm sorry, just pardon me one moment. And Julie
Okay.
just takes a finger and goes, dook, touches the fishbowl.
The big one or the little one?
Oh, you didn't specify big or little, did you?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, what did you say? The big one?
Draloff didn't specify. He just said touch
No,
the
I
fishbowl.
touched fishbowl. I was just one you're stupid enough to hit.
Well, whichever is easier to touch, you will just touch it, whether it's the big
Okay.
one or the little one.
The big one? Okay. You run in, you touch it. So a couple things. Because you entered further into the room, you see on the western wall, there is a...
Well, again, is this room lit?
It's magically lit, yes.
Oh, okay, because my lighting only goes so far.
Yeah. Anyway, on the left wall there, on the westernmost wall, there is they didn't put in special lighting here. But anyway, on the westernmost wall there is a silver mirror, 10 feet in diameter, and there are letters engraved into its frame, though from where you are you can't quite read what it says. The other thing is, as you enter into this room, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Jesus. A con save for really going all the way in?
I'm gonna count to 13 and say you're okay. You run in, you touch the big fish bowl, and you watch as the dwarf closes his eyes and begins to close his fist and begins like he's focusing really, really hard.
Julie's gonna like quickly just make his way out and
Okay.
stick his tongue out at Randolph.
All
I
right.
have no words. I'm gonna go find that mind flare. I was gonna start walking. I'm baffled by what has happened.
Someday, your children will tell the story of how their grandfather touched the fish bowl of a beholder and lived to tell the tale.
My best part though is my mind instantly went to Earthworm Jim.
Exactly. That's what I was going with.
Alright, east. I'm going to that door.
Okay. As soon as you enter into this room, you hear the Kuatoa, the fishmen in the south, go whoop 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 whoop, and they're going to move and try to swarm against you. I need you to roll initiative. All right. Give me a second. Every time I set up one of these sheets, it always sets it to where it will whisper all the rolls and it will always roll advantage and all this other nonsense. I got to keep turning it off. I did that when I first downloaded the map. Somewhere along the line, they did something to reset it all, and it's taking me off. I wish I knew that was the case. Anyway, starting the round, Julie, you hear these fishmen release this noise, and they look like they're beginning to charge at you. What do you do?
Like Murlocs?
It's not so much like a Murloc sound. They're making a whoop 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 sound.
Yeah, that's their language is all bloop 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 blah bloop 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 bloop.
I turn around and start going yep 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 yep
Yep.
yep yep yep
Their
yep,
god
yep,
is
yep, yep, yep.
Bibla Dooploop, I think is the name of their god. Bibla Dooploop. If I remember my Shrine of the Kuatoa correctly.
I think it might be.
They
as you
they
move
look
through
like
this-
are they armed? Are they coming to attack us?
Yeah,
Or are they just Oh, they're armed.
they're armed
All
and
right,
they're coming
well,
to attack.
Well, each square is 5, right? So
You're a bold man if you go in there.
My move is 30, so I can go to there.
Now, I have to warn you that as you move across the floor, it is covered in slime, so it is considered difficult terrain to anybody who is not a Kuatoa.
Oh, so I can only go half that. I can
Yep.
only go to here. And hold on.
Everything okay? Everything went quiet real quick.
Sorry, I this push to talk is a drag. No, I'll just move to that spot and draw my weapon and wait. And if they come into melee range, I'll attack. But I'll you know,
Okay.
I won't invite an attack. But if they attack, I'm going to club whoever comes into melee range.
Okay.
As hard as I can.
Okay. All right. The fishman will begin to charge.
I take it the slimy floor does not seem to hinder them at all.
Not them.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
And they're going to go there. And then the other one's going to go the more well-armed of the bunch. And he is done for his turn. Kay, you're up.
Really not in the mood to deal with their shit. Casting Hunger of Hadar.
Okay.
Give me that circle, boy.
20 feet.
Put it right there.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
All right, Rotund, you're up. There's a dark,
Uh,
inky sphere of blackness that has opened up underneath the feet of the fisherman.
I'm just preparing myself. If they come in, I'm going to attack one.
Okay. Trevor?
Killy just saved y'all's asses. So using that same 20-foot radius circle, I'm casting this.
Ha ha ha. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got to make their dex save with a +0 modifier. Fail. Success. Fail. Success. Crit success. Success. And success. So, 1, 2. 2 of the Kuatoa who are in the midst of this.
Don't forget the big guy.
Yeah, I'll get to him in a second. 2 of the Kuatoa who are in the midst of this will straight up burn up. Whereas the rest of them don't get instantly burnt to shreds, but they are otherwise very badly injured. So they don't have a whole lot of hit points. And then the big guy will also save. And he gets burnt, but it looks like to be a little bit hardier than the rest of them. Drelloff, what do you do?
Move up to stand by Julie.
Stand by me. So Julie, what do you do?
And I'm gonna save
sorry.
my action.
Okay. Julie, what do you do?
Julie,
anything.
yeah, no, I want to. I can't see into this sphere of darkness, correct?
It's not really a sphere of darkness. It's this dark, inky void that's kind of opened up underneath their feet. There's these tentacles are kind of shooting out.
So
of
I
them.
can still see them.
You can still
Yes.
see them.
Oh, all right, then I'm just going to. I mean, they're taking damage while they're in it, so I'm gonna stay right where I am and again hold my action. If they get within melee range, I'll use my attack action.
Okay. So because they're being your turns in the Hunger of Hadar, they're all going to take 2d6 cold damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So the damage is enough from some of that you watch as the tentacles shoot up and manage to grasp away at all of them, but only manages to pull 2 of them in.
Now, I want to point out, the tentacles don't grab them initially, only if they stay in it.
It's just for flavor.
They're just dying because it's really fucking cold in there.
Yeah.
No hentai yet.
All right. So then they're gonna move. Shoot. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. And getting themselves out.
Can
One's
I
gonna move
swing?
up. Yeah, you used your ready action. If you want to take an attack, you can.
Yeah, that one that's closest to me.
Sure.
And I can swing twice, yes?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and roll your damage. Both attacks will land. All right. As soon as that one manages to crawl out of the darkness towards you, you just lop its head off. All right. And then the one moves up next to you, Kay, is going to attempt to get you with a bite.
Hard
Nope.
pass.
All right. The big fella. Ouch. Is then going to shift right up next to Julie. And he is going to bite and attack with a pincer staff, starting with the pincer staff.
Not before he gets hit.
Okay.
I don't know. Julie said he had a ready action if they came out of the darkness.
All right.
Yeah,
Julie.
but I don't know who goes first, me or him.
You saved it, so you can use your reaction to use that ready action.
Oh, I
So
will
as soon as he
do
gets
that.
into play, yep, go ahead, make your 2 attacks. 23 lands, so does 15. Go ahead and roll your damage. All right. So he gets hurt pretty bad, but he's not out. So he crits you with the staff, which is going to be that much damage. 12. Reduced 3 by 3 is to 9. And you are grappled. He is then going to bite you. And... okay. Yeah, straight up bite. It does not quite beat your armor class.
Yeah, it's a
He
miss.
bites into a hard part of the armor and nothing hits.
Does he get advantage because I'm grappled?
Nope.
All right.
All the grapple does is it makes your speed 0.
Just-
Okay, you're up.
Playing it
I will
straight.
walk down and hit the one
Yep.
grappling Julie.
Okay. 9 crit misses, and 26 will hit. All right, you slash into him. He's still grappling Julie. He is a tough little bugger.
Alright, that's it.
Rotund, what do you do?
Rotund will let you know as soon as he gets done procking 2 flasks. I've been waiting all night for this fucking thing to come up for the
All right.
thing. Okay, hold on 1 second. What do I do? I'll
Mhm.
close distance with this guy and hit him with the 2-hand.
All right.
Hold on. Because I'm not using my shield. 2-handed. Bam. Do I hit?
14 hits. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Bam.
All
7.
right. Taking your warhammer, you do a hefty swing and just cleave this guy's head in. He is down and out. There's only the one little dude left. Treverin, what do you do?
Oh, I hit the one little dude left with
All
a
right.
firebolt.
All right. He burns up. As soon as that's all done, everybody can make a perception check for me.
Sure thing.
Gotta be fucking kidding me.
Fat
Alright,
no.
blind as a bat.
Okay.
Perception.
All right. Draloff, as combat ends, your danger sense kicks in, and you look off just beyond the circle where the Hunger Hadar is. Right around that corner, you swear you see a creature open a door, peer out, and then duck back inside.
This door?
That door.
I look at the group and say, I saw somebody open this door and shut it.
Well, I guess I'll dismiss my hunger so he doesn't just stroll through it.
Okay.
what did you see?
Couldn't quite make it out, but it opened the door, looked at us, and shut the door. So I say we open the door.
Think it's mind flare? I hope it's a mind flare.
Let's find out. I open the door, Killy.
Okay. As soon as you open the door, a blast of psionic energy is emitted from a mind flare on the other side.
There you go, Kay.
That's all I needed. I'm gonna get his fucking head.
That's
Fortunately, Julie is too stupid to be affected by mental attacks.
yeah, I don't think so. All right. So I need everybody who moved down into that cone area, which I'll go ahead and draw out.
I mean, I can just assume it's us three. It's okay. Oh, that's a huge ass cone area. Never mind.
60-foot cone. It's going to be everybody except Rotund who did not move down there.
That's because Rotund just got done procking 28 fucking cauldrons.
I need the 4 of you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Well, me and Julie are screwed.
Actually, Julie's fine.
No, me.
The power of stupidity.
Treverin, you're fine. Kay, not so much. Dreloff, surprisingly, you're fine. It's, of all things, it's the warlock who fails the intelligence save.
Well, I'm not very intelligent. Very charismatic.
So, you take 26 points of psychic damage and are stunned for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at each of your turns. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Ow.
Wow.
And this one's a hard one. All right. Those of you who are peering inside here, by the way, can see floating in a number of back to tanks, sort of, if you will, is
What?
a number of, they look like brains with feet.
Oh, those things. Okay, I remember.
They're floating in a sort of brine. So, we'll begin. Give me just a sec. All right. We'll begin the round with Treverin. What do you do?
Well, centering it on that dude right there, I'm casting
Mhm.
Fireball.
Okay. All right. The Mind Flayer will get an 18. He has advantage on saving throws against spells.
Yeah, I figured as much.
So he will take half damage at 11. And then the brains one, two, three successes, 1 failure. All right. For the 1 failure, you watch as the brine in the glass container that has that brain inside of it just shatters and the brain goes, creating kind of a bloody mess against the wall. The other ones, the brine is shattered and the brains themselves are still moving.
Okay.
All right.
I think I'm also going to move to here.
Okay. The Mind Flayer is going to point at you, Draloff, and you feel this overwhelming psionic essence begin to kind of burrow into your mind. He's casting Dominate Monster. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good lord.
You do know that this is a mind flare.
Yeah, but I mean, damn. 8th level spell.
1 a day. Droloff is dominated and has not in control of his faculties. Julie, you see Droloff turn and face you with a blank look on his face.
Can I get past him into the room?
He will not let you.
Oh, brother. Uh, can I grab him and try to move him?
You can. Make a strength check. Droloff, make a strength check. If actually, opposed athletics checks between the two of you.
What did you say? Athletic?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I've got like specialization in that too.
He is hard as a rock and is not moving.
That's what she said.
All right, Julie's. I can still move. Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna just kind of get out of the line of sight here a
Okay.
little bit.
Droloff, make an attack of opportunity against Julie as he retreats.
Did I do it twice or once?
Oh,
Just
hey.
once. No, you're too quick, Julie, and the attack misses. Next go to 3 brains. I feel like I'm missing some. Hang on. Rotund. I'm missing somebody on this initiative order. K, I'm missing.
Nope, I must have not clicked on myself.
What did you roll for?
I'm gonna tell you a second. I rolled a 9. I lied. No, I didn't.
That's an intelligence save there. No, you roll.
Or did I not roll? I thought I did. Maybe I
I
didn't.
don't think you rolled.
I don't
Roll
think
your
you
initiative.
rolled.
How about now?
10. Okay,
Perfect.
That means you go next.
Which means I do another intel save, correct?
Yeah, because you're stunned. So,
Woohoo! It's a 15 DC. Eat shit.
all right. You are no longer stunned. However, it is the end of your turn.
Yep.
All right. Now the 3 brains are going to go. They're going to shift up, seeing you, and individually, they're going to try to cast this against you. Okay. I need you to make 1 intelligence saving throw. All right. You take 9 points of psychic damage. And I'm assuming your intelligence score is higher than 7.
Yes.
All right. The second one's going to cast the same thing, make another intelligence saving throw. 8 points of psychic
Oh
damage.
my god.
Said this was a hard one. All right. The final one will cast it again. I need you to make 1 more intelligence saving throw.
Fucking
Natural
hell! Alright. Don't even bother rolling.
All right. K is unconscious. Okay. K is unconscious on the floor. Droloff, what do you do? Oh, you're charmed. That's right.
Can
Okay.
I do a saving throw of some sort?
Let me double check something. I don't think so, but let me check.
Okay.
You know what? Make another wisdom save for me, please, because you had advantage on it. Okay, you're still charmed. All right. So,
He just has to do whatever the Mind Flayer in general told him what to do.
yep.
Yep.
So, yeah, you unless somebody does something to you, you can't. So, you, for the time being, are just going to guard the door and not do anything.
Okay.
Rotund, what do you do?
Let's see. I can move about 15 feet, right?
Yep. Because this is so you're still in the slime.
Well, I'm gonna try to cast the spell magic on my friend there.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wisdom check for me, please.
Mhm. just gonna be fucking slow as hell, or low as hell rather. Oh,
Got to be getting 18 or higher to dispel it.
fuck
Yeah,
you.
there you
Oh
go.
my fucking god! Wow!
I can't believe that fucking
Wow.
rolled.
So, believe it or not, Dreloff, the effect shakes off of you, and you immediately realize you see Kay is unconscious on the floor in front of you, and you look over your shoulder, and the mind flare it has this angry sort of glare about it.
Yay!
And I,
Wow.
whoops,
Good shit, man.
nicely done. Okay, Treverin, you're up next.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is use my sorcery points to restore a level 3 spell.
Okay, that's your bonus action for the turn.
And fireball.
Fireball.
Gotta go over here and I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Okay, Droloff ducks his head, the fireball goes behind him, and Droloff kind of stands up, his cloak billows a little bit as the fire explodes behind him.
Somewhere like that.
All right. The Mind Flayer does succeed on the save, so he's taken 14.
Oh, does he have advantage on that?
Yeah, he has advantage on all spells.
Okay. Well, that's
And
not a spell. That's
then-
not spell damage though. It's just a dex save.
He has advantage on all spells. What is it? Has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. So he has advantage on the saving throw against the spell.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, and I'm not even going to roll for the Devourers because they're going to do enough damage even on half that it's going to take them out, which is good
That's-
because if they got an action while Kay was unconscious, it would have been really,
That's-
really bad for him.
That's exactly why I burned my sorcery points. And then I'm gonna move back down here.
There goes my hero.
You guys are fucking lucky. Like, if he rolled poorly, especially on the dispel magic, that would have gone so bad. All right, the Mind Flayer.
You know, I find that it's important to look at the things you did, not the things you didn't do.
All right, realizing that you're no longer in its thrall, it's actually going to move right up next to you, Drelloff, and with the tentacles around its face, it's going to attempt to burrow into your skull. 25 to hit. You are grappled. And you must... I need you to make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Oh dear God.
You are stunned until this grapple ends, and you take 17 points of psychic damage.
The one damage you can't have.
All right. It is burrowing its tentacles into your brain and sucking it. Julie, you're up next.
Gonna move
It ain't
to
got much
here.
brains.
And I assume I can attack it if it's in the doorway.
Yes. You can attack it
All
from
right.
there.
I'm going to bonus action use that Eye of All Seeing,
Okay.
and I'm going to burn my action surge and give it 4 attacks with advantage.
Actually, now that I think about it, I may have cheated. Does action surge require your bonus action?
I don't know. Let me see.
Nope, it doesn't. Okay, never mind.
No?
You can do it.
Okay. Very good. All right. So with advantage.
Okay, crit. Crit.
Oh Jesus!
17 hits. Crit.
Jesus Christ.
My
First
friend is in
crit.
need.
First crit.
Uh-huh. Roll that 2.
So 19 right now. 24.
All right.
You know,
Second crit. Second crit.
Roll that 2.
funny thing about mind
18,
players
22.
is they're not
All right.
exactly what you would call stout individuals.
What was the first hit?
First hit
The-
was 24.
He's-
Second is 22.
24 and 22. Okay.
Third hit.
Third.
Straight up. There you go. 11. Final hit.
Final hit is a crit.
Reroll all
that
four of
shit.
those.
You
So
can
just
click
3.
that crit again.
Oh man.
All right, that's a flat reroll. So that's
Yeah, but-
9.
yeah.
All right.
12.
So you eviscerate this motherfucker. So you see
Julie
him
just
burrowing
comes
to
around the
Drala,
corner and goes, ah!
clutching onto the eye and the power that thing contains. You hold it up to your eye, and you feel, as you charge in towards this creature, you can see it begin to shift, and you adjust your attack before the attack connects, and it's almost like you can see where it's going to move before it moves. And you manage to land 3 of your attacks, at least, really, really hard, and this creature is surprised to see you be so accurate, and it begins to kind of shift as it's still trying to use Draloff kind of as a body shield, but you're able to see where it shifts before your sword would connect with him. And as you begin to dodge and weave, seeing where this creature is going to move before it moves, you're able to strike in exactly the right spots in order to do the maximum amount of damage. And you begin to realize exactly why it is that Draloff managed to get, or why Thordrak managed to get the upper hand on you with this thing the first time around.
I'm just gonna chalk this up to
And
Julie's new
I
lease on
am
life.
I am no longer upset that I chose champion. This is exactly what I wanted. This is good. I'm just getting
You're
lucky
welcome.
tonight.
No.
Yeah, I'm getting. I'm really getting lucky tonight. I never roll this well, but that's good.
Quick-
All right. So I need a trophy. Let's search the MRF.
Quick question: is Malik down like 0 hit points?
Yes.
Or 1 hit point?
0. I'm down.
Unconscious.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds level 3 on him
Okay.
and max that out. So
That's going to be at level 3. It's going to be 24 plus your wisdom modifier.
okay. So 24 and wisdom
Should be 27, right? I thought you had 3.
Yep.
Yep.
27.
27
So
hit
you
points.
get 27 hit points.
Jesus, that's strong. I shoot straight up like the Undertaker.
I turn
Great
and look.
clerics.
I turn and look at the group. Don't we need this thing's head?
We do.
Julie, if you'd be so kind.
Yeah, I'll cut its head off. And
I look
I
at
will-
Kay and I'll say,
and
you
what
know,
else does it
Julie
have
did
on it?
nice, but the fireballs did help, you know.
To be fair, I didn't see any of them because I was unconscious or I was stunned. Then I was dead. So
Well,
anything happened to you, I have no idea.
I'll recap and say I saved your ass.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And I will look at Rotund and thank him as well.
Kent kicks the elf. Or Rotund kicks the elf.
All right. Entering into the room, if you're searching the bodies, Nihilor, the Mind Flayer, has a set of keys on him. Excuse me, just one key. My bad. The room itself has all these briny sort of things that are now completely shattered. Draloff, are you opening that door?
Yes.
Okay. In that room beyond, you can see, tied to a chair with shackles, is a dark elf. And he has a bag over his head.
I'm
Mind
assuming that
Flayer
key
only
on the.
all he has is a key on him. That's it.
Yep.
All right, I toss you
so.
the key.
Alright, and I'm going to unlock the shackles on Mr. No, wait, I'm gonna take his bag off this head.
Yeah, let's pump our brakes a little bit.
Yeah, let's take the hat.
He looks over in your direction and he says something in. Do you speak Undercommon?
No.
He says something in a language you do not understand.
Where's the elf?
That's an
I don't even think he knows how to speak Undercommon.
Say I don't speak Undercommon.
Hold
Talking
on.
about.
What do I
He looks
do?
at you and he says in Elvish, "Wait, you're not with them. We're not with them. You're not with that thing, are you?"
And I'll reply in Elvish, nope.
Do an elf a favor. Please get me out of here. Bind these. I assume it's dead, right? You killed it?
I'll reply, it is dead, but before we unbind you, may I have your name?
Zybon Kizalt.
I speak Common, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
Okay, so you understand what he's saying when he speaks in Elvish.
Yep.
Zyborn Consult. I look at everyone. Does that name mean anything to anybody else?
Nope.
I don't know what his name is, so
Well, he
Zybon
just said it
Kizult.
out loud, and like,
I don't speak Elvish.
no,
So
Crow just said his name.
Oh,
Also,
he
if
said-
you know anything about normal languages, I could be speaking Chinese. If I say Xi Jinping, you would probably recognize that as a name.
I really? I was
think-
thinking you speak a fucking
have-
language that
yeah,
way.
Okay.
You have way too high an idea
Expectation.
of my ability to understand languages. If you think I'm
And
gonna
I'll say,
recognize that as a name.
I'll say, but so how did you end up in here?
I was captured in Skullport along with my superior.
Your
Are you-
superior.
You from a ship?
You're
No, Skullport, below the Undercity.
you're the only one that we found so far. What happened to your superior?
I don't know. Probably dead.
Good day to you.
And
Julie walks over, looks at Droloff, and goes, "Can we eat him?"
I wave at Julie. No, don't eat them.
I want to eat. Hungry.
Eh,
Looks at the dwarf and goes, "Hungry."
so
See you around.
look at everyone else. I mean, I don't really have anything against Drow, so unless anyone else does, I'm gonna unshackle him.
yeah, let's
So me use my key and unshackle.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna shackle him.
Okay. He grasps his wrists. Clearly, they've been bound for some time. He says, 1,000 thanks. If you don't mind, I'll be making my way out of here back as quickly and as quietly as possible, as far away from that stupid thing as possible. 1,000 thanks for your kindness, friend. And he bows low.
Yep, and I'll bow in return and say, be safe, and there may be other dangers out there, so be careful.
Understood. Always careful.
Hey guys, real fast. I'm still making potions and stuff like that. Can somebody write that guy's name down in case we need it for later?
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
There it is right there. Zybon Kizult.
Okay. Opening this door.
All right. So he flees.
Yeah, it's nothing like how I spelled it.
It wasn't anything like how I spelled it either.
All right. Inside this room, as soon as you open it, the smell reeks of death and carnage. Inside, you see there are 3 wooden tables that are arranged corner to corner, forming a triangle in the center of the room. The floor around this triangle is completely stained with blood. On top of 2 of these tables, held down, are 2 humans, both men, that are dressed like they're homeless. One of them looks like he's practically dead, and the other one is gibbering like a madman. The third one is completely bare, except for an area of sticky blood at one end.
I only see 2. You said 3.
Yeah, there's a
3
third table that's
tables.
empty.
There's
That's
a third
covered in
table.
blood.
Oh, okay.
There's a third table with sticky blood.
Killy, do I think I can do anything for these gentlemen? They look like
Make a
they're
medicine check as you
Guessing
examine them.
that he was feeding on them.
You don't know that you can do anything to them. I'll say with your clerk background, you recognize that one of them looks like he's in a catatonic shock, and the other one is gibbering as if he's a madman or a lunatic.
Can I try can I try to stabilize the one that's in the shock
At the moment, he's laying there stiff. His eyes are wide open, and he's not doing anything.
Okay. All right. So I don't know that we can do anything to help them.
I mean, we could. I'll form the blade in my hand. We could help them that way. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if they want to be in this state.
It would be a mercy.
I can't do it. I have to have one of you guys do it. And I'll poof my blade away.
I yell for Julie to come make some mercy kills. Eli's getting bloody.
I will if asked. Yeah, Julie's like, best thing for them. Their minds are gone. We'll be doing them a kindness.
All right. Do you end it for them?
If Julie's asked, he will. Yeah,
Swing away.
yeah. Julie will end their, just take their heads.
Okay. As quickly and as painlessly as possible, you take their heads off, and the gibbering stops from the one, and the other one has that wide-eyed expression on him stuck to his face as he goes. But you like to think that they're at peace.
All right. Open the
Kelly,
northern door.
do they have anything on them that may have like any identification, so we could at least put their family at peace if we happen to know who they are?
Unfortunately, no. It looks like they may have very well been homeless men,
Oh, okay.
or as you can tell.
May I suggest we have
Get
what
the
we
hell
came
outta
for?
here.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm just following the doors.
Ignore this damage roll. I'm just trying to figure something out.
I'm gonna start walking towards the exit.
Is that the exit?
Up this way it is.
Okay. That's where I'm going to.
Do we
Okay.
want to go play with the
In the-
fishbowl more?
And there's just a time, or you'll just exiting out the way you came.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll be back, I'm sure, but right now, Kay needs a
Hey,
bed
Killy.
and a winch.
Killy.
Yes.
Killy. I'm sorry. I just figured out when I click on the damage for those crits, it's adding. Looks like it's adding 2 of the die.
The
and then
extra
the
2d.
4 points.
Yeah, the extra 2d6 that it's adding there is for the crit damage. So when you look at the roll there, it says the roll 2d6 plus 4. That's the raw weapon damage. So it adds, in that case, you rolled a 6 and a 3 for the raw weapon damage plus the 4, and then it adds 2d6 on top of that as the part of your crit.
2d6 is 6 and 3 is 9 plus the 4 is 13. All right, plus the other 2 dice. All right, no, because I'm gonna build out a macro for crits.
Right.
That's
Right.
all. All
Okay.
right, thanks.
So you guys are making your way back out the way you came.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So where do you, in the interest of time, where do you go after you exit out?
Well, I say we go collect our money at the tavern for killing the mind
Okay.
flayer,
Drag you
or
over
whatever
there, just bear with
rewards
me.
he had set for us, I suppose.
Whoops. Okay. Whoop, damn it. Come on. There we go. All right. Returning to the common room of the tap, it is very late at night by the time you get there. However, Mert has drinking and is a little drunk. Upon learning of the success of the mission, he hands you a collective sum of 500 gold, 100 to each of you,
Oh, sweet.
and he will dispense to you 2 magic items at random.
Oh,
And the way we're going to determine this is I'm going to pull up my Dungeon Master's Guide at my magic item levels table. We're
Rock
gonna be
of
rolling
lordly
for-
might, please. No.
All right. In order to determine what it is you acquire, I need one of you guys can pick amongst yourselves, to roll a D100.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? All right.
And 11, you're getting 2 items for what it's worth. All right. So the first item you get is going to be a potion of greater healing.
Huh.
It's 44 plus 4 hit points.
Who wants to pocket that, or we should throw it in the bag of holding, I guess?
Bag of holding.
Throw it in the bag
I'm
of
sorry.
holding?
Yeah, I'm just gonna write them all down, then we can figure it out. What's the healing on that, Killy?
It's 44 plus 4, basically double a regular healing potion. All right. And I guess
Nice.
you're rolling for the second one, 67?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, roll again because it's a bag of holding. I already gave you one of those.
I say we put them both into one each other and watch the world explode.
Collapse, yeah, just
It's the
Okay,
bad
unless you want-
world.
Okay, one more roll, unless you want another potion of greater healing.
not even a little
Oh,
bit.
roll them. Come on, roll, damn it, roll.
Oops, accidentally.
Yeah, get a weapon, man.
Well, I don't need a weapon, but 80.
Okay, there we go. You get. Hang on, let me pull it out.
Please
You
don't.
get
Please don't
A
be a
green-
clawless feather token. Sorry.
no. You get an emerald version of this.
Huh.
So
I,
you can use that to summon a water elemental.
I will pose it that we give it to Treverin,
Agreed.
is the magic user of the group and might know when best to use it.
All right, I'll take it. It's a one-time use thing, right?
One-time use.
Break it and get a water elemental. Huh, that's kind of cool.
And it's just as well as you do that because I don't know how to do any of the fucking. Or you get that because I don't know how to use any of the goddamn extra character shit that you got to know so well with your Panthers.
All right, so we get 2 items for the group or 2 items each.
2 items
No,
for the group.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you're
Alright,
not getting that
so
much.
we'll put the potion of greater healing in the bag and use it for whoever needs it, I guess.
Okay. Bert thanks you for your service to Waterdeep and hails you a hearty toast before he begins to kind of drift off into pure drunkenness.
And
Someone took note of the gold, right?
I
didn't
I
write it
put
down.
it down on my character
Okay.
sheet. So
yeah, I took 100 down.
Okay.
100 gold per. All right. Before we get to the end of the night, are you guys retiring to your bed, to your home, or what do
I'll
you
say,
do?
well, I was just going to ask the group, should we travel home to discuss what we should do next?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. You travel home.
I want to
The
test this
mechanical
button
beholder
first.
still in tow. You now have access to all 3 items that are necessary to access the vault beneath the city of Waterdeep, and you know the location.
First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull that onyx statue out,
Mhm.
and I'm going to put it on a shelf. I don't know if there's a shelf nearby or not.
Yeah, there's plenty of shelves within the tavern, especially behind the bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna set it on a shelf behind the bar, just like
Okay.
an award.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a stuffed beholder.
Thudrock's eye is going onto
Yes.
the altar. The lengthy prayer to Groomsh to thank him.
Okay. Anything else you guys are discussing before we get to the last minor, not so minor portion of the night?
Does that damage roll look right to you, Killy? Oh no, because it didn't re-roll a 1. Damn it.
Didn't reroll the 1. Rotund?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna attempt to get some sleep. I think.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, but I'll wait until after to ask him about it.
I will say that your Rivalova will say, "Let's talk."
I know, that's why I want to talk.
Okay. You want to do it in private?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Mm.
Okay. If Rivalova is gonna talk to you in private, then I'm gonna say, for the rest of you, we are done for the evening, and we will continue on next time.
On
If-
Dragon Ball Z. What the hell, Pant?
I think that's got it.
Real quick. I know you're going to continue your stuff with what's his name, but I did proc the Silas's, what do you call it? So if anybody needs any potions made or anything for tomorrow, hit me up.
Cool.
You don't need flasks because I have over 30 cauldrons.
Nice.
Yep.
Yes,
All right.
I am level